Hey there, guys and gals, geeks and gamers. You're tuned in to the Nerd of Godcast, that place on the Venn diagram of life where Christ culture and nerd culture find sweet, sweet two-player co-op. Hello, and welcome to the Nerd of Godcast, where Christ culture and nerd culture cannot agree on if Dick Grayson or Tim Drake is the better Robin, but they both agree that Jason Todd sucks. My name is Tony T, and for the next few minutes, we're going to be having some good talks about nerd stuff, and we're going to be playing some games, and I'm not going to be doing it alone because I have the Nerd of Godcast crew with me. He, sitting on my left, won't stop believing. He's holding on to that feeling. With me, as always, is Steve-O Supremo.
I prefer for Tim Drake. My vote is Tim Drake.
You're wrong.
Well,
It's Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson is a better Nightwing. Tim Drake is a better Robin.
What about Damian Wayne?
He's terrible.
Carrie Kelly?
She's okay.
She's
but she's not a canon Robin. She's Elseworld.
Fight me.
Stephanie Brown.
Yeah. You're Stephanie Brown. Moving over to the other table, some people call him the Space Cowboy. Some people call him the Gangster of Love, but I call him the big man, Quentin Gregory Neff.
People call me Maurice.
Woo! Hello, Neff.
How you doing?
What's up, brother?
Not much, man.
Okay.
Chilling.
Like a villain?
Dylan penicillin to Bob Dylan.
Oh, man.
Is that a little dark?
I got a little dark.
Can't go too far.
Is Bob Dylan struggling?
I don't know.
Is he still alive?
I think
Yes.
so.
It's not appropriate if he's dead.
No, he's alive.
Okay.
Are you sure?
He was in an IBC commercial.
The root beer?
IBM.
Wait, the computer.
It was both. It was a joint commercial.
IBS.
Very different.
Oh,
He
gosh.
was drinking IBC while working on his IBM because he has IBS. Well, in North Korea with the ICBMs. Too soon?
Intercontinental ballistic missiles.
You got that.
That's good.
Wow.
She's overboard. She's self-assured. Oh no, I know. The twins, Jackie and Jess.
Hello.
What's happening?
Carrie Kelly's better.
There we go. Conversation ends. Are you guys wearing the same color lip gloss, lipstick? It looks
I don't know.
thank
Which
you.
one are you wearing?
It's a mixture of two.
Oh, no, I just
So.
used the one.
But they're both red. That's what matters.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
They're very, very nice.
Me too.
We know our good reds.
I didn't know if you guys were getting dressed up for a particular reason tonight. Maybe you knew that our special guest was going to be here because EJ is out saving the world in heroic ways. So sitting in for the official Ness is a good friend. Believe in him as he believes in you. Tonight, it is the Hefe himself, Mr. Andy Kelly.
What's up, guys?
For the first time,
I'm going to both prove my cred and ruin it by saying about halfway through the Batman VR game, and I learned that, I guess, Nighthawk is a Batman guy, not Nighthawk?
Nighthawk? I don't know.
No,
Nightwing?
Is it Nightwing?
Nightwing.
Well, there you go. That's why I was saying I was going to both prove it and
First
ruin
mistake
it.
was saying Nighthawk.
It's like
But
you
it's okay.
I was like,
brought me
Nighthawk,
in with
this
the
is new.
VR and
Yeah.
you lost me with the
So you
Nighthawk.
have the PlayStation VR?
No, I got a Rift on the summer sale.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice. So they're not for PlayStation. I forget that there's other consoles and ways to play video games. Ways
You know
to
I'm not a
consume.
console man, my friend.
I know. But there's moments. Actually, Andy, to sully his, to give him credibility as a game person, but to take away his credibility as a man of integrity. Andy was the one that hooked me up with my very first set of computer emulators, so I can go back and play old Nintendo games, which I still use to this day as I shake my fist at Nintendo for making their classic consoles so impossible to acquire. I say, oh, I hate you, Nintendo, but I love you, Andy Kelly. So thank you so much for being with us, man. It's an honor to have you. Andy's a great guy, man. He's definitely one of the good guys. And up in the booth, he is blinding us with science. Let's give it up for Nick, the engineer.
Hello.
What's going on, big man?
Not much.
Are we technically where we need to be tonight? Is everything cool and smooth?
Yes.
Rock and roll. Well, tonight we are here celebrating not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 50 episodes.
I
I was
hoping
wondering
you were
how
gonna
long
count
you
all
were
the
going
way
to go.
7. That
Please
ain't
keep counting.
42.
I was going to do it in Roman
Not
numerals.
43.
You got
14,
I.
And that's our episode.
And that's it. Good night, everybody.
We just count to 50. 27 different ways.
We,
Brought back a dead language.
all right, the even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We're here. It's the 50th episode. Congratulations to all of us us for being here for 50 episodes. That means that no one has forcibly required us to shut down, which I guess, I don't know if they do that to podcasts, but
As far as I know, they
I'm
don't.
glad we've dodged that bullet, whether it's real or not. Sometimes I like to pretend that, there's somebody out there waving a stick at podcasts that you are the weakest link, and we have evaded that at least momentarily. So thank you guys so much for being with us. Neff, original cast member from season 1, Steve-O as well. You guys have been here. Neff, not for all 50. I think there was
No.
1 or 2 that you were not
Yeah,
here.
because either I was helping my grandma or I had work or
One
I was
time
sick.
we called you and you were on the toilet.
on the
Well,
turlet.
On the
you
turlet?
didn't tell us until afterwards.
Yeah.
We texted you saying
We-
OTT,
we-
and you
we-
didn't say what that meant.
We called him. We called him as a, hey, we miss you. We're sorry that you're not on the show. And then when we hung up with him, he texted us OTT, which stands for
On the toilet.
on the toilet. So, so you're mostly with
At least
us.
the acoustics were good.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
A lovely echo effect. But Steven, you have been with us every single episode. You haven't missed, have you?
Every episode except for the camp episodes.
Okay. Well, the camp episodes kind of don't
Well,
count.
then every episode.
That's like it's like the VR missions, It's like, oh, it kind of counts, but Nighthawk's in it, so it can't be canon.
Oh,
So congratulations. I'm very, very pleased, very proud. And we want to say thank you so much to everybody out there who listens every single episode. If you guys have been tracking with us in season 1, or if you're new to the Nerd of Godcast crew, we just want to say thank you so much for being with us. That means the world, and we wouldn't be anywhere without you. We'd love to connect with you and get to know you a little bit better, chat with you, and just really find out who you are, what you're all about. It's been so awesome. I was talking with Andy before we started recording tonight. One of the most incredible, mind-blowing things to me is the way that we've developed relationships with people from literally around the country and even other countries. But there's folks from Texas and people from Illinois and Indiana and California and all over the place that I would have never known except for this show. And they've really jumped on. We've made some really great friends, and I'm just really, really thankful for that. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. But before we do, you can connect with us, if you haven't yet, by following us across all forms of social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Nerd of Godcast. You can check out our blog at nerdofgodcast.com, or you can email us at nerdofgodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to chat with you, connect with you, and exchange.
Whimsical
Animated gifts
with
with you.
you.
That was
Disjointed.
Let me give that a C+.
Well, I wouldn't say whimsical, and then Diane, anybody gets with you. Like she
'Cause
jumped
I thought
right
you
in.
She
were
took all the
waiting.
rest of the words.
Also,
She went-
whimsical animated gets with
Were
you.
you trying to
There's
do
a
like
You paused a little
Were you trying
too
to do
long.
like
I
a
did
domino
pause a little too
effect?
long.
Like everybody was going to do one word? Was that what
That's
was your?
what I thought you were
What
was your
doing,
vision?
and
I
I
was
gonna
just
have
got
gift-
too excited.
What
I
were-
don't know.
what-
Jackie got too excited, just went right in with it.
What was my word?
Whimsical
I get
animated
no-
gifts
Gifts.
with you.
You.
It's a lot
I would
of
have totally
words.
known to do that too.
Ready?
Wait. All right. So I believe in do-overs. So we're going to try that one more time.
Okay.
We'd love to chat with you, connect with you, and exchange.
Whimsical.
Animated.
Gifts.
With
Hey!
Hey!
Man, I can't believe we did that without preparing ahead of time.
Wow.
Man.
It's amazing.
Got it in one.
So last week,
His will.
2 weeks ago, we were all here, and we had a great conversation. We had a good talk. But in between now and then, we had a guest stop by named Irma.
She's the
Oh,
worst.
yeah.
Irma is the worst. We had a hurricane, and hurricanes are awful.
Yes.
If you don't live in a part of the country where hurricanes come, they're terrible. You guys hear that? Is someone vacuuming in the distance?
It's
It
on
sounds
my
like
mic. I'm going to turn it off. for a
Okay.
minute.
It's
They're
an
vacuuming
airplane.
upstairs.
I'm like, Nick, I think the cleaning crew is coming to kill you right now.
Metallica.
They're in the building with you. Get out of the building.
If you hear the vacuum, it's too late.
It's like that scene in Jurassic Park where they're in the kitchen and Nick's just pressed up against the wall.
That's right. And there's
He's
I hear
and
Velociraptor in the way.
vacuuming velociraptors behind it. It's like,
He starts banging his metal, what's it called, ladle on the ground.
Oh gosh, that scene still, like, to this day gives me anxiety. Like, I love that movie, but it still gives me anxiety.
I saw a thing because the internet points out every flaw that there is, and I never noticed it, but now I can't not see it. That in that scene when the raptor kind of claws the door open and sticks his head in, you can actually see the puppeteer behind him.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I have
he's
to
like-
watch that
now.
now.
You will definitely see it, and it's like when the stormtrooper comes in to the Death
he
Star and he
hits
hits
his
his head.
head. Oh,
Well, it doesn't help that they amped up the sound for it.
Yeah. They're like, we're going to spotlight this.
We want to make sure, but they all the special edition fixes that they did or mistakes that they made, and they didn't take out poor TK912 knocking his head on the window. So yeah,
He's
fun
the
stuff.
star.
But yeah, Jurassic Park, good stuff. So tell me about the hurricane. What was your experience? What happened? Did you guys endure okay?
I
Lots
lost
of
power.
How long was your power out?
I I lost it Sunday night at 8:30. Actually, EJ texted. This was like a sitcom moment. EJ texted me, and I'm in my room, and I look at my phone because my phone lights up, and I look at my phone, and his text says, "Hey man, what's up? Do you still have power?" And as I'm reading this message, my power went out.
That happened to me. I was FaceTiming a friend, and it just turned off while I was FaceTiming them. And they're like, "Did you just lose power?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So how long was your power out?
From Sunday night, and then it came back on Wednesday afternoon, and then Thursday night another storm came through and knocked it out again, and then I got it back fully on Friday.
That's the worst. Neff, how about you, man? Did you guys have power out?
No, we had our power. It flickered a couple times, but my job didn't have power all last week.
Neither did I.
So I had to work at the downtown store for a couple
and that
days.
stinks when you're going a week without working.
Yeah, I
'cause
didn't
your
work
plate-
last week.
You lose all that money.
I was very lucky.
So Steven is now poor, so we're going to be taking up a special offering for him tonight.
Yes, please.
He's got nothing now. What about you, twinsies?
Lots
Oh.
of branches.
Well, Sunday at 3:30, around 3:30, we lost it before the storm even like really hit.
How?
At Duke,
Sunday
we have Duke Energy.
Duke's like, we're preparing.
Right?
Just shut
That's
it all
funny
off.
because I did mention we have people from around the country. So they don't understand exactly maybe how hurricanes work, except for what they see on TV, and they don't know what a Duke is. Duke Energy stands for Duke. It's literally Duke E.
Yeah.
That's the quality.
Yeah.
So they've been working super hard, but I'm not joking. Like at a certain point, like across our area, we had more than 50% of people had no power
I think over the entire
for a
state.
week.
I mean, I didn't get mine
Entire
until Friday afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people that I was talking to on my job today. They're like, "Oh yeah, we got our power back yesterday night."
Which that's an agonizing thing. You
Yeah.
gotta think, we live in Florida. It's in the 90s every
Yes.
single day,
Yep.
and you're like, there's parts of you sticking to other parts of you that you just don't even like. You can't get cool.
And I live with my sister, and she's 8 months pregnant. And she was like, "Oh no. She got a hotel. We were in a hotel all week."
Well, you can't eat out of your refrigerator.
No.
You
Yeah,
can't get
well,
out.
I had to throw away all the food in my room.
You
Yeah,
can't
me
get a
too.
hot shower. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Andy, now what about you, man? How's things over? You live kind of a little further away from us, out to
Yeah,
the west side.
A little bit closer to where it actually went through.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of trees that got tore down in my neighborhood. We got power back Thursday afternoon, but Wednesday night, my wife and I both felt like we had been abandoned by the power company.
Yeah.
We were literally like, I don't know if we're ever gonna get power again.
Why?
I think they forgot about it.
Why have you forsaken me?
Let's just
Start
get used to
looking up
this. This is
doomsday
our
prepper stuff.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's like you're on an episode of Lost or something like that.
There's a guy on a Facebook group that I follow that has been writing a blog post every day that he hasn't had power. He's still writing it today.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
He's talking about the
Unfair.
feral dogs that are attacking
Oh my
and
gosh.
how
How is he
fish
still-
have
How's he
abandoned
still
him.
riding if he doesn't have power? He's got to use the battery space by then.
And that's the worst thing. That's the thing that no one tells you about shows like The Walking Dead or things like that. It's like, it's not the zombies, dude. Eventually, you're just like, just go ahead and eat me because I can't live in a world that doesn't have like refrigeration and power. That's
Yeah,
just
my brother's always said that we're only about 2 weeks of not having power away from the apocalypse.
That's
so.
it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not even playing, man. And case in point, when we went over to where Steven works the other day, it was just where they have it's like a meat market, and they finally got some actual groceries back in because the grocery stores still don't have
Yeah.
food here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
we're-
can't get chicken nuggets anywhere.
And we weren't
Get 'em
even
out at my store.
we weren't even heavily hit. Like we didn't take
We were
the brunt
pretty-
of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were pretty
Yeah.
blessed.
But
got a lot of
but
power
you
out.
still and you go to the store and you can find out, man, like boom, there's still. My wife went to go get bread so we can make sandwiches for dinner tonight, and man, there was like still almost no bread at the grocery store. It's just really bizarre. So it's been an experience. Now EJ is not here with us tonight because he went down to South Florida, down to Fort Myers, to one of the areas that were most heavily hit. And it made landfall in Fort Myers,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So it kind of hit the Keys, bounced off a little bit into the Caribbean there, and then the Gulf, and then came back in and smacked Fort Myers, and it smacked it hard. It was a tough hit. They went down. A group of people from our church went down there to help out some of the local churches, to do some repairing, to help out some of the people that live down there. Some of the do you guys see the photos that they put? You okay, buddy? Did you guys see some of the photos that they posted on Facebook where they're in the classrooms and the water level, you can see the line on the walls, it's above their heads.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Wow.
It's
No, I didn't see
crazy.
that.
You're talking like 7-8 foot tall. I mean, floods inside the church.
It's crazy.
That's nuts. I mean, just
And
it's
you don't really see that a whole lot in Florida because, cause I know like in New Orleans they're below sea level, so if they flood, they're flooding.
yeah.
I mean, my whole backyard flooded. Like I was really worried it was gonna come up to the house, and still my water table in my backyard, my fence came down, so we're digging holes for the to put my fence back up, and like I checked today, there's more water in there. I
Oh,
think they were
great.
probably 2 feet deep.
Which it doesn't
and
help
there's-
because we're built on I mean, the state is a swamp.
yeah.
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 That is what we are.
Literally on a bed
And
of
I'm like, I'm never gonna be
limestone.
able to put fence posts in because it just keeps filling up with water. Like there's all water. It won't go anywhere.
And it was lots of fun to dig those holes.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because after the storm and everything had subsided, I think it was Thursday, so it was 4 days later. We had a heavy rain, and I don't know how things were out there, but like the water had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ground was saturated with water, and even a lot of the storm drains were blocked with debris that had come down,
Flooding in the
and
streets.
and it just flooded. I mean,
During
the
a
whole
thunderstorm, regular
just a
thunderstorm.
regular evening thunderstorm, and the whole place flooded. It was just madness.
And that's why Orlando smells so bad right now.
Dude, I
Yeah,
walked out of
the
my
whole
house this
town.
morning, and I'm like, "What in the world is that stink?" I said, "It smells like sulfur." I posted it online in a community group. I said, "It smells like sulfur outside," and they're like, "Yeah, it's not sulfur. It is poop and dead things." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, man."
And rotting vegetation.
That's all I'm
I
saying.
guess it smells like my hometown every March.
Yeah, well, that's what I noticed this morning. I was driving down toward my job. All the trees that were down, a lot of people already picked them up and put them on the curb.
They're all
Those big old
brown.
piles of green trees have now turned into brown piles of trees,
Yep.
limbs and leaves. And it's like crazy seeing all the rest of the vegetation that's still alive surrounding it, and then just
Just in
piles
front of it, just
brown.
mounds of decomposing tree
Yeah.
branches.
It's really eerie
Yeah,
to
my-
drive through that.
And I got to get a chainsaw because I have a tree. I figured while we still had power, and thankfully we never lost power. So,
Yeah, I
so
know.
praise God.
Wow.
Lucky.
And
yeah.
you live like 2 blocks away from me.
Listen, I'm just saying, all of our power lines are underground, which I guess is a beneficial thing.
Yes.
But so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grab a shower real quick while we still got warm water because I didn't know, and we had like a ton of people staying in our house. Like we were Hotel Hurricane, and so I'm like, let me grab a shower real quick, and so I'm in the shower and I hear this bam, and you know, like that's like that scares you. Like you don't know what that bam is because you in your most vulnerable place, you know, you're trying to work up a lather and you know whatnot, and all of a sudden somebody's firing off pistols right next to your head. I don't know what's going on. So I you know, splish splash, I'm taking a bath. I jump up at the shower and I look, and outside my window there's a tree where there didn't used to be a tree.
Oh, hey.
Oh my gosh.
And dude, like a big old tree just came crashing down. Like if it would have been about 3 feet to the right, it would have hit me in the shower, that's not how I want to go. That's not how I.
That's not where you want to be
That's how you want
found.
the paramedics to find you.
How did he die? Taking a shower.
All I could
That's
picture.
by tree.
And I know, listen, I'm a minister of the gospel, man, so I know this is not theologically accurate. But all I could think about me was sitting in the waiting room in Beetlejuice, naked with a tree through me, waiting
So
to see Juno.
How'd you go?
Hurricane Irma
Irma.
dropped a tree on me.
The 100-year-old grandmother? No, the hurricane.
The tree fell outside your window. Was it a peking palm?
Boo.
You're grounded. Is that the best you got tonight, buddy?
I just lost a bit of my soul.
Yeah, I think we all did.
just burnt.
You just lost a bit.
It just burnt a little bit, just singed the outsides of it.
So yeah, we had nice cool air conditioning, and it was relaxing, and had a refrigerator was good. We didn't lose any food. In fact, it was kind of cool because we had some family members come and bring their food over to our house. So we have everyone's food now,
All the
which
food.
is great. So like, but most people eat nasty food. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with like frozen cod fillets, but I got them.
Hey.
Listen, you northern people eat weird stuff. I ain't even trying
Cad.
to mess with you.
We gotta do it.
Cad.
We make do
Cad.
with what we have, okay?
I got you.
That's some
We don't
cad.
have pretty tropical fish.
And you boil
Mahi
everything.
mahi. We've got
We're
cod.
gonna boil up this cad.
You put it in a soup.
No, you salt it. It's
Salt
bacalhau.
up this cad.
Some kind of
Salted cod.
Bacalao.
Bacalhau.
Speaking of salted
Bacalao.
cod, I got
That's
lunch
how they
at
say it in Spanish. Bacalao.
I'm not Spanish.
I know.
Portuguese.
But I sell it at my store and it's
You
labeled
separated them, and they're
bacalao.
still.
That's how it's spelled, but it's pronounced bacalhau.
I brought Steven
thought
over
this
to a
would
whole other
end.
table from you because I thought perhaps a little separation would help.
Well, this has been Fish Talk.
The Nerd of Codcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Cad.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I feel like I baited that.
Oh. That's how you do that.
It's okay.
How you got him hooked?
Whoa.
Are we done?
I'm done.
Fishing funds. We got 'em.
Real talk.
Oh, come on. We don't want to. No.
Was it a peking palm?
Oh, whatever, dude.
Andy,
I know what I'm about. I know what I'm about.
I think you have slightly made Nev a little salty.
I'm sorry, man.
Like the ocean.
Like the cod.
Like the cod. Like the Bakia.
Andy, you have you have one of those like smart thermostats. I saw something on Facebook how you got like notification that my thermostat's back on, ergo my power is on.
Well, that's giving it too much credit. And I was actually just sitting at work every 30 minutes checking my thermostat. Do I have power yet? Do I have power yet? Do I have power yet? But it also meant that I had internet, because otherwise, if I didn't have internet, I wouldn't have been able to
That's right.
see it. So I was very excited.
Internet's
Well, that's
important.
how we found out. My sister was texting me screenshots of her phone for the alarm system and the router, the wireless router. So she's like, "It's back, it's back."
Well, at a certain point, because I don't want my TV to explode with the wrath of God, I unplugged my entire entertainment center, which unplugged my Wi-Fi and stuff. I figured that's fine. I have unlimited data package, so I'll be fine. I can rock out the cell signal. And I found out that during hurricanes,
Cell signal.
cell signal sucks. I mean,
The tower goes
I
down.
couldn't get nothing. I don't know if it was just everybody was up on their cell phones or what it was.
It was a
but
combination of
I
it.
couldn't get service for anything. I'm like, it shows me I have 3 dots, but
Exactly.
My brother.
it lied.
My brother had he has a Steam account, and he had both Portal games downloaded onto his computer. So I just played the Portal games until I fell asleep.
We
during the
thought,
hurricane.
in our minds, we thought we were going to entertain ourselves with like, hey, we're going to be here, we're going to play games, we're going to have fun. And I think it was mostly just not sleeping while the wind cussed at us through the...
Yes. Yeah, that was
That was
terrified.
pretty much it.
It was like, I'm sleeping, I'm lying in my bedroom, and I actually had to like flip upside down in my bed so my head goes where my feet goes, because my windows were making this noise just like this.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
like, oh no, it's like Satan's dogs are outside my house just barking at me. I don't know. It was very upsetting. I had a lot of anxiety, and I've been through some hurricanes, but man, it was tough. My wife, she slept in our laundry room. She's like, I'm gonna be alive when all y'all die.
I was in the downstairs bathroom with my dog and my cat and his carrier, and I just had the little downstairs closet set up for my sister and my niece just in case. But I was cooped up in there, and I was like, I don't even care how stupid I look.
My bed's right next to a big window. I slept right through the worst part of that hurricane like a baby.
Oh my
So,
god.
I had-
I'm a rare Floridian that actually has a basement.
You have
So-
a basement? How is that even
Lucky.
possible?
He's one of the
Lucky.
3 people.
So my wife and I were sleeping down there during the storm. About 2 a.m. we woke up, and I literally thought I was gonna have a Twister moment where my dog was gonna fly out.
There
the
goes a
door.
cow.
Yeah.
That's okay. All you have to do is take your belt off and tie it around a pipe, and you
yeah,
will
that's
not
it.
fly away. That's what I have found out from the movie Twister, actually.
Go under a wooden bridge with your 1999 Dodge Ram.
So we were talking about Lost the other day,
Yes.
Stephen, and you were asking. We were talking about Henry Gale.
Yes, my sister just texted me about that today.
Okay, so Henry Gale is, and I'm gonna spoil a 10-year-old show now, I guess.
A few years now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're watching this.
What's going
He's
on?
supposed to be watching
What
it.
am I watching?
Lost.
Oh no, go ahead.
Henry Gale is a character who they discover having crashed from a hot air balloon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we made the reference that wasn't that Dorothy's uncle. Wasn't it Auntie Em and Uncle Henry?
Oh.
And Dorothy's last name was Gale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the characters from
Uh-huh.
Lost
Gale.
have conveniently
funny.
named.
From Minnesota.
Not from Kansas.
He's from Minnesota.
You could have lied.
It says Minnesota.
Look, families come from different states all the time.
That's true.
He's a
For the
liar.
longest time, I had an uncle in Florida.
Well, speaking of people from Minnesota, we did have a lot of folks from across the country reaching out to us, checking on us during the hurricane from the Nerd of Godcast squad. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your kind thoughts. Got some great messages. I felt super awkward because I got messages from somebody who listens to us who lives in Houston, and he was asking,
wow.
like,
Oh.
what can we do to help you guys? And I'm like, oh no, what can we do to help you?
Yeah.
You're underwater. We're just without power for a day, you know? So it was really, really great, man. And I love to see during these kind of moments the natural outpouring of kindness and support that comes from people, man, especially from the church. I saw a statistic the other day that said 80% of the giving that has gone to help Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Harvey victims has come from Christian organizations. That made me super
Awesome.
proud of the church, man. I love to see God's people doing great things. And if that statistic is not accurate, don't anybody ever tell me. I'm gonna straight up ostrich this thing, put my head in the sand and pretend like it is true. But we have survived the hurricane. I guess there's a couple more hurricanes out there.
Yeah, one coming on Saturday, I believe. But
Not this. Is it coming this way?
Like last I saw, it's going away from
Well,
Florida.
that's good.
Is that Maria?
But Puerto Rico is going to get
Maria.
rocked.
Yeah, poor Puerto Rico, man.
Ugh.
And we have a friend. Do you
Praying
remember
for Puerto
Axe?
Rico.
We have a friend
gosh.
named Axe who just moved to Puerto Rico
Yes.
Oh yeah.
to do youth ministry there, and he
Oh,
moved there
wow.
right
He-
before
he
Irma came.
Moved there. Hurricane hit. Got his cell phone stolen, and now another
Yeah.
hurricane.
Oh, I saw him post about that on Facebook.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's like, he posted, he's like, hey, just so everyone know, I'm still alive. My cell phone got stolen, so if you've been trying to get a hold of me to find out what happened with Irma, and I didn't reply, it's because my cell phone got stolen.
Axe, I'm not trying to be, whatever, but you might have missed God on this one, sir. I don't know. That might be your whale, my friend.
Oh.
I don't know. But anyway, so thank you guys so much. We're going to play some games tonight, and I know. I'm excited about
Nice
it, too.
I feel like
segue.
we haven't played a game in a while.
Well, we are going to be playing a lot of games tonight because,
Huzzah.
for good or ill, tonight is episode 50, and it is going to be what we call an all play.
Yay.
I know. I'm pumped about it, too.
Does that
So-
mean we all play?
We do all. It's not just a clever title. It's literally what we all do, except for me. I just kind of like lead the questions and answers. So,
Unless somebody else brought a game.
did anybody else bring a game?
No, unless y'all want to play Monopoly.
Hey.
Nobody wants to play Monopoly.
I
No.
played a lot
I
of
play
Monopoly
No thank you.
When-
during Irma.
I like
Really?
Monopoly for
Yeah.
15 minutes.
I like Monopoly till about the halfway point of Monopoly when someone decides they want to flip the box over and read the rules, and then I'm like, come on, man, now we're gonna start doing
Yeah,
this.
when it's convenient for them.
I believe we'll too fall into this to start bringing rules. Into
I
it.
I've
do.
created a Ponzi scheme
I
to
do.
get all the fake money. If you
Go to
guys buy the
jail.
railroad and then and then you can get somebody else to buy the railroad for you.
So here's something, Neff. You were with me, so you're down with this story. When we were in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we went up there for the lovely Tory Line's wedding.
Yes.
We went to a place that you and I favored greatly. Do you remember the Amish place?
Oh, the donut. Which?
Yeah, where the donuts
Oh,
were.
Reading Market?
The Reading Terminal
Oh my
Market.
goodness.
And the Reading Terminal Market was there by the train station, and it's this huge. I mean, it's a mecca of tasty food.
It's so beautiful.
They had, there were sides of every kind of meat that you wanted to get there. They had Italian food. They had Amish cheese. Neff is drooling.
Well, no, you're talking. I just look up at the screen and it's just them. Just like that.
I miss it so much.
And I wasn't expecting to see that.
I mean, I miss Tori too, but like,
Listen,
It was beautiful.
They had a donut shop there that I don't even know how to describe the donuts without just snapping my fingers and thinking bad words. It was so good. And Neff, they had farm fresh milk. There, Neff went ahead and bought a couple jugs of milk.
Oh my
And we've
God.
talked
I
about
got
this
about
before.
one jug of milk. Let's not blow this out of
I feel like
proportion.
they were small jugs.
They were small, but they were like $4 for the tiny little jug.
but they were farm fresh.
They were farm fresh.
So I say all that to say this. Let me bring it back to Monopoly now. As we were leaving, I kind of saw the sign for what this place was named for, the Reading Terminal Market, and it was named for the Reading Railroad, which came in from the Amish country. And I realized that in Monopoly, I have been saying Reading Railroad wrong the
It's
entire
pronounced
time.
Reading?
It's pronounced Reading. And I made that connection when I thought, okay, there's the boardwalk, which is in Atlantic City, right by Philadelphia. And then there's the Pennsylvania, and all these different things are named after, and I guess Parker Brothers is from that area of the country. So the Reading Railroad is Reading Railroad.
And then
my
I
mind.
continued to call it the Reading Terminal Market, and I got panned.
Well, I
Amish
think
people yelled at you.
so. Next time
they
you
really?
play Monopoly, you
I
can
wish.
be somehow intellectually snobbish and tell people that you would like to purchase Reading Railroad, and they'll look at you, even though you're right, just like I look at somebody who says it's pronounced animated GIF.
Ugh.
GIF.
We don't care if
GIF.
you're right or wrong.
GIF.
Weigh in on
Animated
it.
Give me
peanut butter.
shivers.
Is it a GIF or a GIF?
Oh, it is a GIF
It's
all the
a
way.
GIF.
Graphics,
And is that
graphics
graphics?
format.
Exactly.
GIF.
Who thinks the creator has say in how it's pronounced? That's
Absolutely
No.
Yeah,
not.
I
Because
don't
he
care
says
what-
it's
25
something
years
like
after the
even-
fact.
I mean, listen, let's be honest. We call Jesus, but God called him like Jeshua. You know what I mean? So like even God named his own son, and we call him something different.
Well,
So
maybe it's been Jod the whole time.
maybe it's kneel before Jod. Oh,
Like Job.
Andy just dragged us down like 10 spiritual points right now. We're almost Baptist. Good job, man.
Just imagine all
That's
the
okay.
songs.
I'm non-denom, so
Good for you, buddy.
Imagine all the songs. Just
I think
the
when we get to
shortened
heaven,
one-
we all will be.
one syllable.
We'll all stand before God with our doctrinal statements, and he'll be like, so close. Like, man. You mean I could have been eating fish on Friday this whole time? I didn't even.
God.
Salted cod. All right.
Pescatarian.
So we're going to get, speaking of the Bible, we're going to play our first game tonight. And this game is You're gonna need your dry erase boards for this one.
Oh.
Stephen dropped his marker.
Pulling an F.
Pulling enough.
All right. So what you're gonna
I
do
don't
is
know what that means.
I am going to
Don't pull me, please.
this first game that we're gonna do is called the Bible.
How'd I break it?
You broke your whole board.
They break easily. I'll be
Steven?
honest.
No, that's not an F move right there. That's
Stephen, you
Yeah,
That's
that's all
a-
Steven.
That's a Sunday morning nursery move right
do you
there.
want to
Oh, there
do you
you
want to
go.
take mine, Stephen? I'm not using it.
I got it.
Okay.
mine's nice and gray.
Just, you gotta kind of baby it a little bit, okay?
I like how everybody's got like really popping colors, and then I have
Mine's not.
gray.
Gray.
You're popping bright
Blue.
blue. It's
You
not
can-
a bright.
hey,
It's like a darker
To
blue.
to like a colorblind person or a dog, you might have the most vibrant one.
Great.
Boom.
It's all perspective,
On this
man.
audio podcast.
That's right. All right, so this is a game that we're gonna
Oh.
play called Bible or Final Fantasy.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Oh,
This
yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you the name of a location, and you're gonna tell me if it is a location from the Bible
Oh, no.
or from one of the Final Fantasy games. So all you have to do,
I haven't played Final Fantasy.
that's-
Sweet.
I think
Neither have I, but
some
I'm
of
pretty
them-
good with
Let's
Bible
try it
geography.
out and see how long it's fun.
we'll see what happens. All right. So
Okay.
I will
So do we just write Bible?
just
or
write you
FF?
write. You can write B or you can write F, whatever you want to do. So it's like Bibble or Final Fantasy.
That's the Bible.
So here we go. The first one that we're going to do is Alexandria. Alexandria. Is it from the Bible or from Final Fantasy? If you're at home, you can play along with us. Give you guys about 3 seconds. 2, 1. Show me your answer. I got Bible. I got Final Fantasy. Bible, Bible, and Bible. Steven gets the point. It is from Final Fantasy 9.
What's up, player? I looked at that like crap. I got this wrong. Everyone else put Bible.
All right, here we go. Round 2. The Baj Temple. Baaj Temple. The Baj Temple. Is it from the Bible or Final Fantasy? And you can just write B if it makes it go faster for you. All right, show me what you got. We have Bible, Final Fantasy, Bible, Bible, Bible. From Final Fantasy X, the Baj Temple. That's 2 points for Steven. Unbelievable.
Secretly, I've played all of 9 Final Fantasy games. I stopped at 9
Well,
I
sad
think-
thing is I have.
Is it possible to be the winner and the loser at the same time?
That's usually how my life goes.
All right, number 3. Kadesh Barnea.
Hmm.
Kadesh Barnea.
Spoiler alert, these are all for Final Fantasy.
That's right. I didn't actually open my Bible for this one. Kadesh Barnea, show me what you got. We got Bible, 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 and Bible. That is correct. That is where the rebellion took place against Moses at Kadesh Barnea.
If I just keep putting Bible, I
Started
might
by
win one.
Korra.
I know,
Right?
at least one.
All right. Jidoor. 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 And you'll forgive me because I'm not very good at speaking Final Fantasy or Hebrew, Aramaic, or Greek.
Jadur.
Jidoor.
Like Jadine, but Jadur.
Sort of like that. All right, show me what you got, Neff. We got Bible, 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 and Final Fantasy. Jidoor is from Final Fantasy VI. Andy Kelly gets the point. They're harder than you think, right?
Yes.
Engedi. Engedi. Engedi.
A little bit of marinara.
Mm-hmm.
And Getty and
Engedi and meatballs.
I played Engedi.
Engedi. All right, now show me what you got.
I speak
We got
fluent.
Bible, Bible, Final Fantasy, and Bible. If you said Bible, you're correct. Engedi is the desert where David hid.
The one you don't.
And
The
it's-
one I didn't
It's
do.
also apparently mentioned in Song of Solomon. It is a vineyard where Solomon used to, let's just call it was his deal
Frequent?
sealer. All right. The Hill of Gash. The Hill of Gash. G-A-A-S-H.
You're like doing like a Scottish accent.
The
The
hill of-
Hill of God.
The Hill of Gash.
Oh,
G-A-A-S-H. The Hill
go.
of
It's gotta be the
Gash.
Bible.
All right, show me what we got. We got Final Fantasy, Bible, Bible, and Final Fantasy. The Hill of Gash is where Joshua, son of Nun, was buried.
Next to clouds.
Sorry. So that is from the Bible.
I didn't know that. I'm just glad I got
Right.
it.
Sephiroth visited it.
That's right. All right. Balaam. Balaam.
No.
I broke this.
B-A-L-A-M-B.
This one I'm
Balaam.
fairly confident with.
Wait.
B-A-L-A-M-B.
I want to be 2.
Balaam.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong.
Mm,
Whatever.
Thinking about
The
it?
spelling made me change my mind.
I wrote what
I
I'm
know.
about. I wrote what I wrote.
All right. Show me what we got, Neff. We got the Bible, Bible, Bible.
That's an F.
That's an F. Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy. Boys that said Final Fantasy, you are correct. Balaam was the school from Final Fantasy VIII, the Balaam Gardens.
No, that's enough.
The spelling is what
We're
made
s-
me
Yeah.
question it.
And
Squall.
Balaam,
I was like,
and
I'll
Balaam from the
stay.
Bible's knockoff twin.
That's right. Balaam from the Bible was the guy with the donkey, right?
That's what I was
B-A-L-A-A-M?
thinking of.
A-A-M,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Mamre Plain. The Mamre Plain. M-A-M-R-E. The Mamre Plain.
Isn't that from like Thundercats?
You're thinking of Mumra, the ever-living.
Oh, right.
Very
got it.
close.
Got it.
Very close. Mamre Plain. All right, we got an answer here. Show me Final Fantasy, Andy, Bible, Steven, Final Fantasy, Jackie, Bible, Jess, and Final Fantasy, Neff. Oh, you said Final Fantasy? Well, you should have said the Bible because the Mamre Plain is where Abram lived after he split off from Lot.
Gonna be honest with my points.
The Mamre Plain.
Are we supposed to be keeping track of our points?
Yeah, you probably should be. I think.
Missed that.
I mean,
I lost.
everybody's
losing, so
everybody's
I don't-
equally wrong in this game, pretty much. Steven had a early head start, but I think we're all struggling now. Give you an easy one. Laodicea. Laodicea.
That's
Laodicea. Laodicea. I'll give you a hint. The number 7 has to do something with the number 7.
FF6 straight from the sticks.
Laodicea. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Show me what we got. Neff, Bible, Jessica, Bible, Jackie, Final Fantasy, Bible, Andy and Steven. Laodicea is one of the 7 churches from the book of Revelation.
Oh.
There's
Ah.
the lukewarm church.
They were lukewarm.
Which
Oh,
had a
that's right.
water problem.
I would rather spit you out of my
Yeah,
They
mouth.
we
did.
were all lukewarm last week.
Oh, I was
Not
more
me.
than lukewarm.
My air conditioner worked great. Y'all should have come over. It was good.
Fire.
All right. Besaid Island. Besaid Island. B-E-S-A-I-D. Besaid Island. Looking for some answers here. Quentin, Final Fantasy. Jessica, Final Fantasy. Jackie, the Bible. Steven, Bible. Andy, Final Fantasy. Besaid Island was where Titus washed up at the beginning of Final Fantasy X.
I thought it was Final Fantasy. I'm like, I can't remember what the name of the island that Paul washed up
I
on.
know, that's what I thought too.
That's why I put Bible.
Good guess. Good guess. Does anybody out there know the name of the island that Paul washed up on? Let us know by connecting with us on social media.
Oh, I
at
just remembered what it was.
Nerd of Godcast.
There's a band that had that name.
That's
or a
right.
song.
Styx. Journey. Survivor.
No, it was a Christian band.
Oh, Foreigner.
Striper.
Apologetics.
Nice.
Queen. It was the island of Queen.
The island of DC Talk. Absalom's Monument. Absalom's Monument.
That-
This is a tricky one. Absalom's Monument.
How do you spell
They're all
monument?
tricky.
M-O-N. You meant. A-B-S-A-L-O-M. Absalom's Monument.
I'm really certain I got this one wrong.
I'm curious to see how our listeners are doing right now. There's somebody out there that is absolutely crushing this game, and most of the rest of us are just struggling here. Absalom Monument, show me what we got. We'll start with Andy. That's the Bible. Steven said Final Fantasy. Jackie said the Bible. Jess said the Bible. And Neff said
Squiggle.
It's the
I'll
Bible.
take a
My-
break.
that
That
is
looks
the
like a
Bible.
My thing doesn't
Absalom's
work.
Monument. During his lifetime, Absalom had taken a pillar and erected it in the King's Valley as a monument to himself, for he thought, I have no son to carry on the memory of my name. He named the pillar after himself and called it Absalom's Monument. 2 Samuel 18:18. That is from the Bible.
Should have known that.
I think there was a character
Should
named
have.
Absalom in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, though, so I suppose that might be tricky.
Oh,
All right, here's an easy one. Cosmo Canyon. Cosmo Canyon.
None of these answers are Seinfeld.
No, not at all. What's the deal with Cosmo Canyon?
and Jesus.
I wanted to go to Gold Saucer, but they took all my coins. I had to go on a date with Barrett. What's the deal with going on a date with a guy with a machine gun arm? That's a very bad Jerry Seinfeld.
And Jesus walked through Cosmo Canyon.
One more line, and I was gonna end up being like Ray Romano or something like that. Like, oh, we're in Cosmo. I don't know. I'm bad at that. Okay. Cosmo Canyon. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Give yourselves a point. Cosmo Canyon from Final Fantasy
It was the
VII.
Bible. Everyone's wrong.
Mount Nebo. Mount Nebo. N-E-B-O. Interestingly enough, the mountain in 3 colors, brown, white, and reddish, is where they get the ice cream flavor Neapolitan. Neapolitan ice cream from Nebo. Actually, it was a lost mountain, and they had
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo, exactly.
Sorry, I kind of stomped on
No,
your
it was,
joke
no,
there.
it was good. I set it up. You spiked it.
Peeping Palm.
Mount Nebo. Show me what we got. Neff, Bible, Jessica, Bible, Jackie, Final Fantasy, Steven, and Bible for Andy. Mount Nebo is where Moses got to look at the Promised Land and
Aw,
died.
I knew
Dang.
It's a happy one.
The Land of Uz. U-Z.
Is there a wizard there? Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard O Wise one.
He's more like a wizard.
Oh.
Milo Ventimiglia shows up. This is us.
Yeah, that's a small child that can play Super Mario Bros. 3 really well. The wizard. Fred Savage is there.
California.
Playing
love-
with the
I
power
love-
glove.
I love the
That's right.
power glove.
It's so bad.
so bad.
Who plays Mario with the power glove? Come on.
Nobody.
Young Toby Maguire is in that movie.
That's right, because Lucas hung out with Tobey Maguire. He hung out with Spider-Man, and he had a
Yeah.
power glove, and he played Rad Racer to impress girls,
Such as
runaway girls. The Land of Uz. Show me what we got. We got the Bible for Jessica, the Bible for Jackie, the Bible for Neff, the Bible for Steven, the Bible for Andy. The Land of Uz is where what was the thing from Uz? Anybody know?
I can't remember.
And it's in the Old Testament.
It is in the Old Testament.
I think.
Something to do with Abraham?
Is that the land
No.
that
I don't remember.
Isaac's uncle owned?
No.
No.
The Land of
where Leah and
Rachel.
Rachel were?
Yeah.
Isaac's father.
No, I don't think so. The Land of Uz is where Job was from.
That
That's
Oh,
what it was. I knew it was Old
What was
Testament.
I thinking of?
I have no idea.
job from Uz.
All right, we'll pull a couple more of these real quick, and then we'll call it done.
God.
Geese. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Gisal. Gisal. G-I-S-A-H-L. Gisal.
It's all good.
Gisal. Good.
This is a bad day. There's a lot of puns going on tonight.
I don't know how I feel
That
about
means it's a
this.
great day.
Gisal.
Oh.
All right, Neff, show me what you got. Gisal. We got Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Gisal is where chocobos come from. Congratulations.
That's
You don't know what
where
Chocobo is?
I
No.
Chocobos, they're like
wanna go.
I have not
ostrich.
played Final Fantasy.
They're like ostrich chickens. We need to fix that because Final Fantasy is a good game. It will get you in
They're
the
so
feels.
cute.
Right.
I
They're
never
really
played the
sure
game,
they
but they're so
are.
cute.
I want to ride a chocobo.
I don't like
really-
Actually, when the Blood Elf race came out in Burning Crusade for World of Warcraft, their riding mount is a very large bird,
Huh.
and you can get a yellow one.
Oh, and
So everyone was referencing chocobos.
I'm more of a Moogle fan myself.
yeah, I just want what's the thing that that Ketchi rode in Final Fantasy VII, like the giant fat Moogle that he just rode on. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want to ride the thing from Avatar, except I want to actually be able to ride it.
Okay. Side note here, I just saw today that the guy that played the bad guy in the first Avatar movie is
Yes.
coming back to play the bad guy in the second Avatar movie.
How?
Even though he decidedly died at the end of the
Yeah.
first Avatar
he
I
was
movie.
haven't
a
seen
pretty-
Avatar.
Okay, the
Steven
bad
Yeun?
guy
I don't
dies.
Was it Jason?
It's an old movie.
I don't know. He
Jason.
does. He comes.
Jason?
Jason.
Fire Lord Ozai?
Jason.
He definitely got 2 giant arrows to the chest.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's dead.
Did you ever even play Heavy Rain?
I did.
Did you?
I
It's a
did.
disturbing game.
Yes.
All right. Guado Salam. Guado Salam. I
And
Excuse you.
and to you.
God bless.
don't make this up, man. Guado Salam. What do you think, Nick? What's Guado Salam? Is that Final Fantasy or is that the Bible?
Final Fantasy.
Guado Salam, Final Fantasy. If you said Final Fantasy, do you agree with Nick?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. Oh, Steven said Bible. Andy said Bible. What is that, Neff? Oh, that's a Final Fantasy, but
Yeah.
sideways. Guado Salam is the home of the Guado and their blitzball team, the Guado Glories from Final Fantasy X.
I was about to say that
Sounds like
very
something you
Final
get in a
Fantasy.
deli.
My
Sorry,
B was
guys.
for Blitzball.
Oh, that's well. Okay, that makes sense then.
Let me get a guado
Clearly.
salami.
All right. That's like I feel like that's offensive. I don't know if you can say that. That's like stereotypical towards Italian people. Xanarkand. You guys just want to go ahead and say it out loud.
Xanarkand.
Did you say Bible?
No.
Oh,
Would be
okay.
Xanarkand.
You said Bible? Oh,
Yes.
Xanarkand.
Xanarkand.
Nope.
Xanarkand, home of the Xanarkand Abes from Final Fantasy X and
So
10
what?
too.
The what?
Abes.
The Abes.
Oh. It's like
What did you think I said?
it's an epidemic.
It's Zanarchy. Zanarchy.
Oh.
The Abes.
The Xanarkand Abes. Every time I have to fill out a questionnaire where people ask me what my favorite sports team is, I always put the Xanarkand Abes. Nobody has ever called me on it so far. I'm a big fan of games where Korean, like K-pop stars play soccer underwater. That's what I like. That's my favorite sport.
Isn't that what they were watching in episode 3 with Palpatine?
Yeah,
and Anakin?
like they were watching Blitzball. Yeah, very good. And one more. Chaldea. I actually have like 15 more, but I'm really getting bored of this game. Chaldea, show me what we got. Andy, Bible, Stephen, Bible, Jackie, Final Fantasy, Bible, and Bible.
Wow.
Sorry, it is from the Bible.
Chaldeans.
Ur
That's
of the
smart.
Chaldeans. That's correct.
I'm running out of ink in my.
So what are our final scores?
I have 11.
Steven has 11. Andy
13.
has 13.
13.
13.
Nothing.
And Neff?
I had some points there.
All right. So it's a tie between Andy and Jessica.
All right,
Congratulations, everyone. Woo.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker? All right, we'll do a tiebreaker. Tiebreaker right
Brooklyn.
now. Brooklyn is correct. Neff
Queens.
Neff wins. All right, I'll give you one more, and this is it. Eden. Eden.
Wait, how do you spell it?
E-D-E-N.
Okay.
What do we got? Bible and Bible. Sorry, the answer was Final Fantasy 13 and the Bible.
Both. So you each get half.
I'll give
a
you one
point.
more tiebreaker. Canaan. C-A-N-A-A-N. Canaan. What do we got? From the Bible.
I'm gonna have to say mine because it's out of ink. B.
The Bible. Sorry, Canaan was also from Final Fantasy
Good
3
lord.
and the Bible. You guys both tie and lose at the same time. So congratulations. This has been Final Fantasy
So
or
it
the
was
Bible.
a game where you could both win and lose at
That's
the
right.
same time.
I feel like we are all definitely a little bit of losers right
Came
now.
full circle.
We got a couple more games that we're going to play in just a few minutes, but before we do, since we're kind of on a Final Fantasy kick right now, it's time for this week's Best Thing Ever! And we've been doing the Space Ace edition. We've got all these space heroes, outer space science fiction heroes, battling it out for supremacy here to see who's going to be the best thing ever. Last week, we had an awesome competition between Malcolm Mal Reynolds from the show Firefly and the movie Serenity versus Ellen Ripley from Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and God only knows what else. So, Ripley versus Mal. What do you guys think? What was your call? Who thought that Ellen Ripley was going to walk away from this thing the winner?
Me.
Why? Because she tough?
Because she tough.
I
She a
love
strong, independent woman, don't need no man?
Exactly.
I love
I mean, have you ever
Jackie's
seen her on the Great
reasoning.
Movie Ride?
She looks terrible. No, too soon, man. Too soon.
That's how her head moves.
One of my whole thing was if it was like Alien 1 or Aliens even, Ripley, or Alien 3 especially, Ripley, then it would be like, I think Mal could take her, but if it was like Alien Resurrection where she's like half xenomorph, then she takes him
Spoiler alert.
down.
Steven, the movie is like 25 years
And
old.
do you
doesn't
want to
matter.
watch that movie, Steven?
I own the movie. I've never watched it.
Ah, that's on you then, man.
You told me not to watch it.
It's not that good.
'Cause
Well,
it's
then don't be
terrible.
upset.
It's a stupid movie.
Stupid movie.
Steven, I think sometimes movies for you are like when someone takes a sip of milk that's gone bad and they're like, oh, this milk is bad. You're like, yeah, let me try it. It's like, the milk is bad. Spoiler!
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah, there you
No. Just because I haven't seen the movie. Does the amount of time movie's been out, does that matter on whether or not it should be labeled a spoiler?
Yes, it does.
No, okay, so my niece is 7 years old. So if she hasn't seen Inception, I can't tell the end of Inception because she's 7.
I don't
The
think she would
movie came
care.
out-
I don't think she'd
I'm
care.
just saying.
7 years old should not be watching the
What
movie
year-
Inception.
what-
She
I
wouldn't
know,
Makes you a
understand.
bad
She wouldn't
uncle.
get it.
What year did Alien Resurrection come out?
Anybody want to take a guess?
90
Take a quick
I'm gonna
guess
say
on what
19
year Alien Resurrection came out. The
1993.
fourth
That's what
one.
I'm saying.
90.
1996.
In the 90s.
You got to say something more specific than that,
So
Jackie.
1993.
94.
94. What did you say, Neff?
I said 94.
What do you say, Andy?
96.
Might have been
Jessica also said
97.
What,
or
what do you think,
98.
Steven?
1995.
1997.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was 7.
So it is a
and
20-year-old
it's a
movie.
rated R movie.
20-year-old movie.
7.
You okay? You first off, when was the first time you saw a rated R movie?
When I was 7.
Okay, so
Well, there you go.
But it wasn't that. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember what the first rated R movie I saw. I have to assume it was Die Hard.
okay. Well,
There's
this
some, like,
is
parenting
what
there.
I'm going to say. There's got to be a certain point where you can talk about a movie without everybody covering up their little virgin ears and acting like they're going to watch it one day.
All I'm saying is the phrase "it's been out for so long" is not a reason for for a spoiler to be okay.
You own the movie, right?
Yes, I know.
How long
No,
have
no,
you
no.
owned the movie?
I
No,
was-
how long have you owned the movie?
A year.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it last Black Friday.
So what is the statute of limitations on us being able to spoil a movie that you have sat on for a year? You can't sit there and play the 7-year-old little girl card when you are a grown man who has owned the movie for a full calendar year and you haven't gotten around to talking about it.
I don't care about that
Listen,
movie.
let me tell you one time, a long
I
time
was
ago.
joking.
Let me tell you one time, a long time ago, I had a girlfriend. And we both worked at the same place, and we carpooled together because we care about the environment. And also, I hated driving, so we would drive.
So she drove.
So she drove, and I got off work a little bit early one day, and so I went out to the car to change clothes, and she had an egg sandwich in the car.
Oh.
Now this was in the hot sun. It had been in there all day. An egg sandwich in a Ziploc baggie left in a hot car. Now. Listen, I love an egg sandwich probably more than most, but I decided this egg sandwich, it had expired. It has gone past the limit of where it is now acceptable food, and it has gone into the realm of a science project. So I took the egg sandwich, and out of courtesy, because her vehicle was starting to smell like steamy eggs, I threw it away. And she got mad at me. She got mad at me for throwing away an egg sandwich that had been sitting in a 100+ degree car, literally for an entire working shift at the Walt Disney World Epcot Center.
Oh.
Because I had the audacity to assume that it was my sandwich to throw away. Now, I don't know if she was planning on eating that sandwich or not.
I hope she wasn't.
But the point is this. After a certain amount of time, any good Samaritan has the liberty to take that egg sandwich and throw it away just for the goodness of the universe. There's just a certain point where you can't say, it's still mine, it's still my right to hold on to this thing. If you've owned the movie for a year and you haven't seen it yet, you can't say, it's still my right. Now, if you would have said, hey, I'm going to be watching that, and we just spoiled it for you to be jerks, that would be awful. That would be absolutely unforgivable, and we wouldn't be good friends. Are you really like...
No, I don't care about that movie. I was joking when
Then
I
just
said
choose your
spoiler
battles,
alert.
man. Then
No,
just
no,
choose your
I
battles.
I personally don't think that that excuse, it's been out for X amount of years, is a viable excuse for spoiling a movie. I don't care. I don't care about that movie. I already knew that information. I was joking.
You know that Ross and Rachel end up together at the end of Friends, right?
Well, spoiler alert.
Sorry, Nick. Nick's watching it.
Yeah, Nick is watching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also at the end of Lost, it was all just Hurley's dream.
That's not true. Don't listen to him. I will say this.
What movie do you care about that's old?
No, I'm not saying. I don't know. I can't name one right now.
You know, at the end
I'm
of
like,
Casablanca, Rick and Elsa do not end up together, right?
I know that.
Okay.
From
the Great Movie Ride, right?
Yes.
Who's looking at you, kid?
There was
What
one
about
time,
Rosebud?
There.
It's
I
a
already know
sled, Steven.
I see dead people.
Just go ahead and spoil all these movies, why don't you?
Dumbledore dies.
Hey.
Oh.
Now, there
So
was
does
one
Dobby.
time that
That
I was
hurt more,
talking to
honestly.
Neff, and I said, hey, when I get home tonight, I'm going to watch this movie. I've never seen it before. And Neff goes, oh, end of the movie. And told me the big twist at the end of the movie.
It's like the
As
biggest twist in
as like
cinema
a
history.
as like a big like, oh, by the way, here's like a fun fact that you was telling me about the movie was the biggest, and it ruined the movie for me.
That was kind of
Ruined
Kind
it
of awful.
because the entire
Kinda
movie
wish
was
I'd
like
been
a
there.
mystery. And
I
was
didn't
just sitting there,
say it. I had written it on the back of somebody's
Kaiser
window.
Soze is people!
That's what it was. He told me the ending of Usual
That
Usual
sucks. That
Suspects.
sucks of you to have done that.
Because
I felt like
the
a
entire
terrible
movie, like
person.
they purposely made that movie
Now-
for you not to know.
I will say this. We've had this conversation and we've debated this for 49 episodes now. Andy, you are an avid film buff. What do you think about the spoiler clause here, man? What's your feeling on that? You're one that's about conversations about movies. You like talking about these things.
We will return to the best thing ever momentarily.
Yes.
Eventually.
I feel like among friends, that conversation's fine. When you start putting that stuff out on the internet without any sort of warning, that's where I feel like you're really kind
being
of
a jerk.
being a jerk. Especially if it's a movie that's only been out for a couple of weeks.
Right.
You know, people can't necessarily get to the theater and see it immediately.
Or a TV show.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
a TV
like
show.
if the show just came on, because people don't really consume TV live that much anymore. I mean, it's not the primary way that people watch shows. So if a show has just come on, and as soon as the the next, as soon as the show's over and the credits are rolling, and you're like, oh my gosh, can you just believe that Negan turned into a bat and flew off into the sunset? I think that's how it works, right? Something about a bat.
That'd be an amazing
Something
ending.
about a
That
bat
happened
named
one time.
Lucille.
Somebody was live Facebooking an episode of a TV show, and people were like, yo, why do you I'm on? He's like, well, don't get on Facebook when I'm
No,
like,
that's
I'm like,
not-
hold on a second, no, me deciding to go onto my social media does not give you the right to spoil. You can be like, holy crap, that was crazy. I'll talk about it
I
in the
don't
comments.
unfriend casually, but that would be an unfriend moment right there.
I was angry.
That would be
And
an
I didn't
unfriend
even,
moment.
I had already watched the episode. I was angry for people
Yeah.
that were like, yo, I hadn't watched it yet. Like, I was at work. I was doing this. I'm watching it tomorrow. And he was like, yeah, I know it's your fault. I spoiled that. It's not my fault. I'm like,
I mean, for people that are
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Oh my
for people that are
gosh.
outside of the Nerd of Godcast universe, it's like telling people the end of a score of a big game. I mean,
Yeah.
people want to watch that stuff.
Yeah.
It ruins the whole experience if you know how to end it, unless it's The Village, which I think is the worst twist ever.
Village, let them know ahead of time, and then just save them the hassle. The Village would have been a really, really good movie if it was a half-an-hour Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Would have been
Yeah.
great. I just feel like there's just too much going on there.
I ruin that movie every time I can for people so they don't watch it.
I've never seen
It's
it.
a
What
public
happens?
service, really.
Sigourney Weaver is in it, and she's secretly a xenomorph.
Spoiler alert.
And then was it
Adrian Brody is secretly King Kong.
what's the guy from Independence Day?
Jeff
Uh,
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
No, the
Will
president.
Will Smith.
President.
Bill Pullman.
Bill
Bill
Paxton.
Pullman.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Pullman's in that
Bill
movie.
Pullman.
Bill Pullman and Bill. Okay, Bill Paxton. Whatever.
Game over, man.
No,
Speaking of Game Over, man.
Game over.
Sigourney Weaver and Aliens.
there you go.
So we got Aliens, we got Mal Reynolds, and we got Ellen Ripley. So who wins, Ellen Ripley or Malcolm Reynolds?
I've never watched Firefly. So,
Oh my goodness! Watch
So
Firefly.
I
That
can't
was the other
really
thing.
give an opinion on that, but
Just
Sigourney
'cause
Weaver is bad news.
Do you mind if I ask why you haven't watched Firefly?
Yeah, why?
What's wrong with you?
I'm not a big sci-fi nerd.
But it's like it's better than sci-fi. This is what people do. They start
It's
proselyting
a,
here.
it's a western too,
It's a western, but it's in space.
I didn't think I was going to be into it either, but I love it.
and they speak Chinese a little bit.
My roommate for years tried to get me to watch it, and I don't know. I watched a couple episodes with him. It just never really sank in for me.
Well, that's all there are is a couple episodes.
So-
So
Joss
That's
Whedon,
why
right?
I
Yeah.
haven't watched it though, is because it wasn't fully completed. So I don't want to love something
They
and
did
then
complete it
just,
with the movie.
I mean,
Yes.
but it was kind
Kinda.
of like a
Just watch
little
it.
Just watch it.
Just watch it.
I mean, I'll do it eventually. It's
You will
just
fall in
I
love.
don't want my heart to be broken because
No.
I'll be like,
Nah,
I want
nah.
more.
Look,
and
that's
then there's
that's
not.
the core of every
It's-
great fandom is the
It's
heartbreak.
better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
If this is love, then I do not want it.
So the people voted. The people have spoken, and with a narrow victory, but a victory nonetheless, Ellen Ripley moves on in our
Oh, wow.
best thing
There
ever
you go.
bracket. So we send Malcolm Reynolds home once again. You're canceled. So sorry. But that brings us to the round that I've probably been looking forward to more than any other in this entire Best Thing Ever tournament. I'm so glad that it finally came to this because tonight we are going to see, for Best Thing Ever, Han Solo versus Star-Lord.
Oh.
Two lovable rogues out there in the galaxy.
Disney
Just-
intellectual properties.
that's right. So we've got the scruffy looking Nerf herder versus Peter Quill, the Star-Lord, and I think this is going to be a really good one. What do you guys? Any early calls on this one? On who do you think is going to win?
Han Solo.
Why? And if you say he shot first, you're grounded.
Guido shot first.
Greedo. You're thinking of Guado Salam. It's a whole different thing. What do you think, Andy?
I would probably say Solo.
Okay, why? If you say you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, you're invited to leave. Have you not seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
We just had a conversation about me and sci-fi movies.
That's
It's not a sci-fi movie.
It is a
Superhero
sci-fi
movie.
movie.
It's
It
a
is
sci-fi
100%.
movie.
And here's-
a
and here's-
So is every other comic book movie.
Here's the other
Yes.
reality. If it's not on
There you
Netflix,
go.
then I probably haven't watched it either.
That was a
I
good
respect
point.
that.
We need to spend more time together. It's been too long since we've been able to speak into one another's lives. You must watch Guardians of the Galaxy. I give it
It's
my
good.
personal endorsement. Sci-fi or not, it's a fun romp. Even my dad liked it. My dad said it was stupid, but I liked it.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm always for Andy from
Absolutely.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like I just want you to imagine a cross between Star Wars and the little Sebastian Memorial. That's what
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
it is. It is 5,000 candles in the wind.
Missed you
In
in
the
the
satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Yeah, that's good.
Your 5,000 candles in the wind.
Okay, we were there and you took it too far.
Too
And we're
far.
done.
And we're done. I'm going to light the torch, burn your eyebrows off. So, what do you think, twins?
I don't know.
Han Solo? Star-Lord?
Everyone's saying Han Solo, so I'm gonna say Star Lord.
Why?
Oh,
Because
Just
everyone's
to be
saying,
to
different?
be a rebel.
Because they.
Like Han Solo?
No, I like both of them. I love both of them, but like, I feel like it's hard to call because they're both great. I mean, we've got Star Lord who saved the universe. Han Solo helped save the universe.
Who's the better smuggler?
Han Solo.
I don't know. Is Star-Lord really... He's
No.
like a
He was a
treasure
smuggler.
hunter, but he's...
He's
I don't
kind of
know-
a smuggler.
He was a smuggler.
They are
when he was
thieves.
on, yeah.
He was. I want to say he's a smuggler, but
Smuggler.
He's a
Han
thief.
Solo was definitely.
Smuggler.
He was-
They're both outlaws. We'll put it
Yeah.
that way.
They're space cowboys.
One of them's a legendary outlaw.
The other one's a war general.
He's
Yeah,
smuggler.
I think we're gonna have to probably narrow it down to like early Han Solo,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
New Hope, perhaps Empire. I mean, you don't want to get into like old Han Solo. You know,
I mean, even in Force Awakens, he has a reputation because Rey heard of him not as the war general, but as the world famous smuggler.
but do you kind of see Han Solo as being the sort of guy that kind of like lucks into his situations more than anything else? I mean, yeah, he did shoot Greedo, which was kind of a underhanded thing, but a lot of the stuff that they did, I mean, Luke did or Leia did. I mean, he just he knew some maneuvers.
He provided the transportation.
in the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, he was a glorified Uber driver.
How many seconds would it take Star-Lord's ship to do the Kessel Run?
You know what? You keep your
12
keep your parsecs to yourself. I don't know, but the
What-
Milano
appreciate
versus the Millennium Falcon.
your parsec sarcasm, Jake.
the Millennium Falcon.
So let's take them out of their ships and let's put them just mono e mono. You know, no
Yeah.
Groot, no Chewie.
Just fisticuffs or
I
talking
don't
about with
just
all
face to
full
face.
weapons?
Nothing
I wanna
but
see
Oh,
them.
Star Lord has a better
battle
taste
of
in music.
wits. You got Han Solo, Peter Quill, and some iocane powder, and we just let him.
Oh my.
Is this Han Solo from the new movies or Han
No,
Solo?
no, the young Han Solo.
And is this Star Lord from the first one or the second one?
I mean, they're
It
both
does the
kind
same
of the
thing.
same.
Not necessarily.
Star Lord from the second one is like 4 months wiser than Star Wars
Well-
from the first one.
No spoilers, because Andy hasn't seen the movies yet, and he will, and he'll enjoy them, and that's it.
Neff is about to burst with a spoiler. Look at him.
Guys are so say as people.
So this is going to have to go over to you guys. We're going to want to hear what you have to say. Vote for this on our Twitter page. That's twitter.com/nerdygodcast, and let us know who you think, Han Solo or Star-Lord, is the best thing ever.
I have a question
What?
because I was using the restroom.
Oh,
Who won, Ellen Ripley or Maul?
who do you think won?
Ellen Ripley.
Ellen Ripley won.
Okay.
Ellen Ripley
Oh, that's
won. So, all right. So moving on, we got some more games. If you guys want to play, grab your
Huzzah!
buzzers, everybody.
Buzzer.
It is your turn to play along with us at this time. You only buzz in if you know the answer.
Should we keep the buzzers on the table?
Yes.
That'd be helpful if you did
Okay.
that.
And
Be a lot
fair.
of-
Yeah, don't smack the thing, man. You gotta make sure you don't
that makes
break
for
your
great audio.
That does.
Keep your hand rested upon the buzzer.
How many of you guys know what day September 23rd is? What makes September 23rd a special day?
Don't push me.
You were licking the microphone
are
with
we-
your face.
Is this a buzzing thing or
No, this is just
Oh.
a question to set up the game.
is
The
it
23rd is Sunday?
Eternal September?
September
Saturday.
23rd
It's
is
the first day of autumn?
First day of
fall?
fall.
Speak like a pirate day.
Fall! No, that's today.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
today.
arr.
I was gonna say Eternal September.
Nick, do you know what the September 23rd is?
No clue.
Saturday, September 23rd is coming up. Right now, it's the September 19th as we record here right now, so just a few days away from Batman Day.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
September 23rd,
Oh,
September
it's
23rd
Saturday.
is Batman Day.
Why is
And-
it Batman Day?
Why is it
Is it the
Batman
fourth
Day?
Is that his-
third or fourth Batman or Saturday?
Wait, 1989.
I have
Batman?
no.
No.
I have no idea, but it's
'Cause-
Batman Day.
Because Batman Day was on my birthday.
Because
like
the
2 years
internet
ago.
told me it was.
And
For
my
me,
birthday
every
was
day is
Saturday.
Batman Day.
Well, that's the right
There you
answer. Point for Andy right there, right off the gate. So I brought some Batman trivia for you guys to see if you guys know your
no.
Batman stuff. Now, here is the deal that we're going to do with this game. Everybody rings in, so you got to keep your own score. If you ring in, wait for me to call on you. And
And we're waiting for the answers to be read.
please, let me ask the question. First thing we do, we'll just do a real quick volley to open us up. This is a Batman game, real name Batman game. So I'm going to give you a Batman character. You just tell me what their real name is.
Okay.
Are you ready? The Penguin, Steven.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oswald Cobblepot is correct. Point for Steven.
Wait, are we keeping track now?
You're
or-
keeping
I-
track of
I
your own
would- I
scores.
would
Track
I
of
don't know
your
if this
own
was like a warm up.
No, that's it.
Okay.
Harley Quinn. All right, who was that?
That was Jessica.
Jessica.
No, that was Neff.
Oh.
Neff.
Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
The unfortunately named Harleen Quinzel. Correct.
Colleen Quinzel.
Mr. Freeze. Steven.
Oh crap! I forgot his name. I blanked.
Neff.
Dr. Victor Freeze.
Victor Freeze.
It was Victor.
Correct.
I almost said Victor Von Freeze.
All
And I
right.
rolled it right.
Two-Face.
Oh.
Steven.
Harvey Dent.
Harvey Dent is correct.
This is a delay on my.
Dr. Harvey Dent. No.
Clayface.
That was Neff. Neff ran first.
Ne-
Mac and Tosh.
That is unfortunately not correct.
He's got some kind of weird, like
like Jackson
Look-
Hewitt. I don't know.
he's
Jackson
gonna,
Hewitt.
Like he's gonna,
No.
yes.
He does taxes
He does your taxes.
when he's not a Batman
We were
villain.
looking for IBC. That was what we were
Oh.
looking for. No, it's Basil Carlo.
Yeah,
Wow.
A play on
Oh.
words
Forgot about
from Boris Karloff.
Ah.
He was an actor.
Who's an
Yep.
actor. Man of a Thousand Faces. So, Poison Ivy. Steven.
Pamela Isley.
Pamela Isley is correct. The Mad Hatter.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad. I don't
I
remember.
should know this. I've been watching so much Gotham.
Is he
He
on
would-
Gotham?
Yeah,
He
he
w-
is.
What?
What do we got now?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is correct. No. Jervis Tetch.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right.
Oh,
The
do it.
Tetch virus.
I only
And-
know those from the Batman or the Arkham
So,
games.
I'm not caught up on Gotham, so no spoilers.
Sorry.
I've read all the bios. From all
I
of
really
them.
am not caught up on Gotham, and I just saw. I'm going to spoil Gotham for the next 12 seconds. So if you really care about that, or yet you're not like caught up, but I saw an action figure from the show of Barbara Kane in like a prison uniform, and I'm going, oh, okay, I guess that's a spoiler.
I guess that's a thing.
that seems to be
Barbara
a
It's a
point.
great.
Well,
It's
who is, who
Oh
is
man,
she
I
supposed
love
to be?
Gotham. It's so good.
It's his like on again, off again. Does she play for the other team or not? Girlfriend
For
Jim
Oh.
Gordon.
Jim Gordon.
yeah.
Is she gonna be? Is she supposed to be Barbara Gordon eventually?
No, she's.
Is she named after Bob Kane?
Shut up, Steven. All right, who got shot during the Killing Joke? Neff.
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon is correct.
Barbara
There's a
Kane.
delay. There's a delay. in
The rest of
my-
you guys
It's a
want to play?
great segue.
The rest of you guys want to play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying.
I'm just slow.
My left hand. I'm switching to my right hand. There we
What
go.
was the name of the story where Jason Todd died? I heard Jackie.
No, I didn't buzz in. I'm trying to remember the name of it because I'm just slow. Neff got it.
Yeah, that was
Neff.
Neff.
Death in the Family.
Death in the Family
I
is
would've gotten
correct.
it wrong anyway.
Who is the Batman villain who carves a scar into his skin for every murder he commits?
Did I get it?
Yeah,
Victor Zaz.
Victor Zaz is
My,
correct.
my button is delayed. And
Hit the button.
it's me off.
Language, sir.
Sorry, it's making me angry.
Language.
It's taking me
Family
off.
friendly.
There's a delay, so I hit my button and my sound comes out a second later.
Hit it again.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to trade buzzers? Because mine's
Oh,
not
yeah.
getting any use.
Mine's instant.
I like my sound though, but
Here,
what-
just take mine.
okay. Because I've rang in first like 3 times.
Oh man, is that frustrating?
okay.
Your lip is trembling right now.
I have a little. I'm
like
a
this
little-
is no joke.
I have a little. What's the word?
Hand on the buzzer.
Steven, when I met you, you told me that Batman wasn't a real hero anyway, real superhero
I
anyway.
got smarter.
And
eventually.
so I was going to deduct 10 points
I
from your
remember
score
that.
no matter what. So I
Oh,
guess
thank you. Thank you.
we'll start now. What's the name of Mr. Freeze's wife?
Nora Freeze.
Nora Freeze
Nice,
is correct.
dude.
Nora.
I forgot.
What is the name of Batman's mom?
Martha.
Why did you say that name?
Let's be
He's
friends.
gonna kill Martha.
In Batman and Detective Comics number 267, this magical impish character from another dimension decides to help Batman fight crime.
I don't want to say it.
Wait, was that you, Andy?
Yes, it was.
Andy?
Is it Gazoo?
No, that was the Flintstones.
They do all sorts of weird crossovers.
I appreciate
Why not?
that.
Why not?
I know the answer. I'm not answering this.
What is it,
question.
Steven?
It's Batmite.
It is
Stupid
Batmite.
character.
It's not a stupid character.
Stupid character.
Batmite is from the 5th dimension. The 5th dimension is imagination.
I like my answer
Batman had to
better.
suppress his imagination.
Your
Because
imagination.
he was his parents were
Ooh.
I was
killed
gonna say
when
puck.
he's a child.
Steven is like losing his junk tonight.
Put it back
one-
on his other buzzer.
This one is for Jackie and Jessica.
Hi.
This is a multiple choice question.
I love those.
Which Batman villain appeared first? Was it Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, or the Riddler?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Which?
You have a
Jessica.
25% chance.
The Penguin.
The Penguin is incorrect.
All right, so now you have a 75%.
Jackie, you can steal.
33% chance.
Yeah.
Sure about that?
Math is hard.
What is?
It's not Jeopardy.
Let's make it Jeopardy.
Is it
What is
Catwoman,
the answer?
Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, or the Riddler?
Didn't you say Riddler?
No, she
Huh?
said
No, I said
No,
I said
it's the
Penguin.
Riddler.
You
Is
said the
it?
Riddler? Riddle me this. You are wrong.
Dang it.
It was
Is it Catwoman?
It was Catwoman.
That was my other
Catwoman
choice.
was my
Man.
second guess.
Who appeared in Batman #1. All right. What is the name of Batman's canine companion?
Bat dog.
I was gonna say
Well-
Bat Dog.
I know the answer.
Wait, who said that?
That's Neff.
Ace the Bat Hound.
It is Ace
Oh,
the Bat
yeah.
Hound.
I forgot. Good job, Dev.
I feel like maybe I overestimated your bat knowledge.
Sorry.
All right. This comic book and animated series featured Batman teaming up with a different hero each issue.
Mm.
Batman the Brave and the Bold.
The Brave and the Bold is correct.
Yep.
What Batman villain was murdered and thrown into Slaughter Swamp?
Oh.
Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing is not correct.
Yeah, I
Andy,
know, right?
Killer Croc.
Killer Croc, good guess, but not correct.
Oh.
Neff,
Solomon Grundy.
Born on a Monday, Solomon Grundy. That's right.
I'm like over here, I'm like,
Very good.
I'm
You only
like,
have to hit it once, Dev.
What Batman villain commits crimes that correspond with holidays?
Calendar Man.
I thought it was Andy.
Andy, what's the answer?
Andy, what's the
Calendar
answer?
Man.
It's Calendar
All right,
Man.
Andy gets a point.
I rang in first, but oh.
I didn't realize it was a real thing.
Who play? I know.
Yeah.
I thought he was
There-
just guessing.
I only know because of the
That's
Arkham
okay.
games.
Exactly.
That's right. Very good.
Exactly.
There's a character. I forgot that he was a real thing, but someone I posted like what Batman villain or what DC villain would we be if we were somebody, and somebody responded, I would be the Condiment King, and I'm like that's a real
He's
thing.
from
It
the,
is.
the
Worth the
60s
Google.
show.
The '60s TV show.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I think it's where he premiered.
You sure?
Yes.
You want to?
I'm sure.
You positive?
Oh my
I think
God.
so.
I don't think you're right.
Him and Eggman, I think, were from the show.
I don't
Definitely
think
Eggman
so.
was from the show.
Eggman
I am
was
the
from the show.
Eggman.
Condiment
They are
King.
the Eggman.
Condiment
I am
King
the
was
walrus.
not
Google
on the
too.
show.
Oh, sorry.
I'll take. I will. I don't know 100% for sure, but I'll take that
I
challenge
thought
with
he
you
was
right
from
now.
the show, but I might be wrong.
Bet money on it, Steven.
Uh,
No, I have no money.
Can I
didn't work
take?
last
Can I
week.
take 5 points away from you if you're wrong, and add
No.
5 points if you're right?
No, because I'm not that confident.
I'm fairly certain that Condiment King was not on the '60s Batman
Just
TV
'cause
show.
He was on the
research.
show.
Jessica's
No, he
looking
wasn't.
it up.
No, he was not.
He wasn't.
Okay, Jessica's gonna look
I
it
was
up.
thinking of Eggman.
Fact
Dr.
check,
Eggman.
Jessica. It was just Eggman, not, and it was Egghead. Eggman was from Sonic the
Yeah,
Hedgehog.
Dr. Robotnik.
The Condiment King, created by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini for Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, he was not on the '60s show.
So
Egghead was.
he's
and that
about
was-
as old as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, he was played by Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Who played Robin in the 1966 Batman series?
Oh.
Burt Ward.
Burt Ward is correct.
I didn't finish listening to what you said.
I didn't know if you.
All right. Now this is a quick answer, so you can jump in and guess if you know it. But if you delay at all, I will call you out on it. In the Nolan-verse, how many supervillains make an on-screen appearance?
4.
Incorrect. Steven.
6.
Incorrect.
8.
8 is correct.
Wow.
Because you had Zaz, you had Two-Face, Scarecrow.
Wait, do the mob bosses count?
No.
Oh, no.
Supervillains.
Okay. Bane, Joker, Scarecrow,
Catwoman,
Zaz, Catwoman.
and Talia al Ghul, and Ra's al
Oh,
Ghul. So
yeah.
it's 8. Yeah, it's 8.
So
Yeah,
it is 8.
dang.
Correct. Andy's on the board.
Good job, Andy. High five.
I forgot about the Al Ghul.
I hope that terrible high five was on camera.
It was.
A side-by-side high
It
high
was.
five is really hard.
Who?
Is this still speed round?
Who were the three? No. Who were the 3 founding families of Gotham City?
I don't know.
Just the last names are all you need. What do we got?
The Waynes?
Yes.
The Cobblepots?
Correct.
And the Falcones?
No.
Ah!
No.
Blew
No.
it. Ba-ba-ba-da.
Oh, what's his name? Hush, I'm trying to remember.
The Galavans?
No.
Oh,
Good guess though.
Steven, you're right. I've never read
I
this
can't
comic.
remember his
I wouldn't
name.
know.
I can't remember his name.
I know it.
Oh, no. The Elliots.
The Elliots
Yes!
is correct.
Yes. Sorry, I'm getting a point for that one.
Tommy Elliott. You get a third of a point for that one.
Do I get 2/3 of a point then?
Yeah, you do, definitely.
Yay.
All right. Now here's another one. This is going to be kind of a quick guess one. Who is the youngest? You know what? We can make it a little bit harder. Who is the second youngest actor to play the Joker in a full-length theatrical release Batman movie?
Jared Leto.
The second youngest actor was Jared Leto. Incorrect.
Why would you phrase it like that?
I don't.
What's that guy's name?
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger, incorrect. In a full-length theatrical release,
Oh,
What's the
Batman
dude's name?
movie.
What's his name?
I know it. I know it.
Oh, it's the dude
I know it.
from the
Can I answer? If no one else gets it, can I answer for no points?
No.
second.
Youngest.
Oh, it's the dude from the Killing Joke, isn't it?
Here we go. Heath Ledger was 28 years old when he played the Joker. Jared Leto, 44 years
Yeah,
old
he's
when he
old.
played the Joker.
He's really old.
Jack Nicholson was 52
Mm-hmm.
when he played the Joker. Caesar Romero was 59 when
Yep.
he played the
I know
Joker.
who it is now.
Mark Hamill was
Oh,
42
wow.
when he played the Joker in Mask of the Phantasm.
It had a theatrical release.
Oh, so the guy.
That was
Wow.
my guess,
So
but I
wait.
wasn't sure.
The Killing Joke
Joke
doesn't count.
As Mark Hamill still. Like he was not
He was not as young.
as young.
Yeah.
Killing Joke came out like a year
And you
ago.
got to think now there
I was
and,
thinking of the other
and
guy
there's
who
only about a
plays the
5-year difference between Jared Leto and Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
from when they played the Joker.
That's
Wow.
Because I don't think of Jared Leto being old. I think in my mind he's 34.
He doesn't age.
Yeah.
I knew it was Mark Hamill's name. I thought it was the other guy who plays the Joker in
I
the
didn't
animated
think Mark Hamill
films.
counted.
The guy who played him in Arkham Origins.
Nolan was it
Nolan
Troy
North?
Troy
No.
Baker.
Troy Baker.
He-
That's who I thought it was.
He only
No,
did it for
he just
Arkham
did it for the
Origins.
game.
He did it for the
Oh.
game.
And Mark Hamill was also the Joker in the Killing Joke.
I know.
So.
I know. I thought it was Troy Baker.
All right, so
that
what
one.
are our scores? I guess Stephen and Neff, it's kind of between you
I
two.
have 7 and a third.
I have 8 2/3.
All right, so
I have
Neff.
2.
All right.
Andy, you have to settle for the bronze on this one, I think, man. All right, so now we've got a game that I think more people can play, and the way that we're going to do this is we're going to split you guys up on teams, all right? So it's going to be, team number 1 is going to be Andy and Steve-O,
Hey,
Whoop, whoop.
and team number 2 is going to be Nev and the Twins.
so we're outnumbered.
Good job. Let's
All
go,
right.
let's go, ladies.
handicap
You got
match.
this.
Cocktails.
I don't know.
This is a game that
Who
we're
you're
going to
talking
bring
about?
back.
What?
Do I have audio on my phone?
It's usually in reference to
Yes.
Okay. This is a game that we have not played since season 1, but we're going to kick it back old school, and we're going to play a quick game that we call Siri Says.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll do this. Yeah. So, oh man, you know what? Dang it! I messed this whole thing up tonight. I got my games out of order. I was supposed to do the Batman game a different way that would have made it way more fun. Crap. Okay. Siri Says, you guys just take turns and write down your answers.
So wait, are we not doing the double dare thing?
Yeah, we'll not do the double dare
Okay.
thing. It seemed like a good idea at the time,
So
but
wait. So
the
do we
double
still
dare
need-
idea was actually supposed to be for the Batman game.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, we would have won, guys.
It was for the Batman game.
Well, no, because I would have.
And I forgot. All right, we're going to redo all the Batman games, so act like you don't know the answers to them.
Calendar
I
Man.
still-
Just
I-
Calendar Man's correct. Victor's ass for all of them.
Mark Hamill.
All right,
There's
so
8.
here we
Mark
go.
the Camel.
We are going to play this game real quick, and then we're gonna get on with it. So I'll give you a movie quote. If you guys need a clue, what I will do is I will give you guys the year that the movie came out in. All right, if you need a clue. So I will do that as soon as the email loads up here.
Okay.
So boom, boom, boom.
So is it only movie quotes?
It is only movie quotes. Okay. So you can't see this, can you?
Nope.
You're not conning me, are you?
A couple wavy lines.
All right. So a couple of them are some repeats from the last one because there's only so many movie quotes that you can do before they start getting a little repetitive. Let me prop this up right here because Steven will straight up cheat.
I'm not gonna cheat.
So
doesn't-
we're guessing the movie.
You're going to guess the movie that this
Okay.
quote is from. All right. So here we go. This is just a test round to make sure that it works.
Get to the chopper.
And now that we're deaf,
I guess that was a little loud.
Turn Jackie
I'll adjust the
down.
volume on my end here. All right. Jackie just peed a little. You flung your headphones to the floor
Like someone getting
rapidly.
electrocuted
Handwriting is better.
All right.
By all means,
with a fork and an outlet.
Here we go. Watch your mouth, Neff. All right, one more time. I'll do this one.
Get to the chopper.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
All right, so that
Jackie's deaf now.
first clue was from what movie?
Predator.
We got Predator. We got Predator. All right, so you guys got it.
I think it's just being Neff now.
Yep, we got this.
Jackie.
Cocktails, Jackie.
Yeah, she's in the fetal position.
She's deaf now, so it
On the
doesn't
floor.
matter. She can't answer.
All right, so here we go. Starting it off right now. First clue.
Some days, you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Write down your answers. All right, this is taking too long. So ring in if you know the answer.
Wait, hold on.
All right, so the first one, you guys both got Batman the movie. Give yourselves each a point. Let's just ring in. Waiting for you guys to write them down is going to make me go nuts.
Wait.
All right, so everybody has your buzzers. Ring in if you know it. Your team gets the point if you get it right. All right, you don't say that out loud.
Cheetah!
All right, round two.
Bill, strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Steven or Andy.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is correct. All right, moving right along.
Hokey religions and ancient weapons are no substitute for a good blaster at your side, kid.
There we go. Steven?
Oh, Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Neff rang in. I apologize. I misheard your sound.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
That's correct. No point awarded. My bad.
Oh.
My bad. All right.
Because
here
of your mistake.
It was my mistake.
You're just jealous because
Whoa. Here we go.
you're just jealous because I'm a genuine freak, and you have to wear a mask. You're just jealous because I'm a genuine freak, and you have to wear a mask.
Tricky one.
Can I get the year?
The year for this one, 1992. What do you got?
Batman Returns.
It is Batman Returns, the Penguin. Very good, Steven. All right, now remember, you got to wait till the quote is completely said.
3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf
I'm
lords
sorry.
in their halls of stone, 9 for the mortal man doomed to die, 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne, in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie, 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness find them.
I'm sorry, I just got so excited
Steven cheated.
that I actually knew.
2 of you did!
Andy.
Fellowship of the Ring.
That is the Fellowship of the Ring. All right. Jackie, I appreciate your go-get-'em attitude.
I just got really excited that I knew one.
3 rings will give it to the oven.
When does that quote end? It was
Yeah.
like a
One
small
ring.
It's a lot of math.
1
All
ring
right.
to bind them.
It's a full paragraph.
Moving right along.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's very fair to call my clients frauds. Sure, the blackout was a big problem for everybody. I was trapped in an elevator for 2 hours and I had to make the whole time. But I don't blame them, because one time, I turned into a dog and they helped me. Thank you.
Wait! No, please.
Andy?
Ghostbusters. 2.
I'm going to give it. He said 2. It is Ghostbusters 2. Neff.
You gotta be able to know when it ends.
I hate this game.
It's as much a game of patience as it is knowing the movie.
I waited through the whole thing,
I feel like you waited your whole life.
and there was a thank you.
If you thought I was mad earlier, Neff is even more mad now.
All right, here we go. Keep moving.
Last night, Darth Vader came down from the planet Vulcan and said that if I didn't take Lorraine to the dance that he'd melt my brain.
Ah!
Dang it.
I was so hoping to take that from him.
Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Back to
first
the
one.
Future is
I know.
correct.
I was waiting for you to call on me. You never called on me.
I was waiting for it to end, and I waited too long.
All right, here we go.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is correct.
I am serious, and do not call me Shirley.
I got Jessica.
Airplane!
It is Airplane.
Nice.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Oh!
I got Jessica again.
Oh, I got Neff.
Okay, Neff.
Monty Python's The Holy Grail.
Monty Python
There
and the
was
Holy
so
Grail.
much more that could have been said. That's why I thought there was going to be more.
You just
Go
got-
back and I'll taunt you a second time.
Ew.
Is that
That
what a
was
Frenchman
awful.
sounds like?
Sounds like Arnold.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds
Go
like
away and I'll taunt you a second time.
That's
I
what's up.
told them we already have one.
It's very nice. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
I got Andy.
The Princess Bride.
The Princess
Oh, I
Bride
really
is
wanna
correct.
know. So
Well, let's say this Twinkie represents the normal amount of psychokinetic energy in the New York area. Based on this morning's reading, it would be a Twinkie 35 feet long, weighing approximately 600 pounds.
it got stuck.
Was that you with the woo? Andy?
Ghostbusters.
It is Ghostbusters.
Done with this.
Poor
game.
Neff. Neff is so upset about his life right now.
You have to be sweet to the buzzer. Be gentle.
You gotta treat it like a lady. All
He's a
right.
guest.
He's a guest.
He- All right. Here we go.
Don't call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight blob of grease. Don't call me a mindless
What do you,
philosopher.
Neff?
Animal House.
Animal House is incorrect.
Don't call me a mindless philosopher, you overweight blob of grease.
Can I get the year?
The year 1977.
Oh.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
It is Star Wars: A New Hope.
Is that the
Nice.
scene?
C-3PO
Oh, no.
to R2-D2.
Yeah.
So sassy.
This, I guess, based on the year.
Okay, here we go.
But one thing sure, Inspector Clay is dead, murdered, and somebody's responsible.
Oh. Blade Runner?
No.
Play it again.
But one thing sure, Inspector Clay is dead, murdered, and somebody's responsible.
Can I get the year?
1959.
Plan 9 from Outer Space,
It is Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Nice.
which is available on Amazon Prime right
Who was
now.
that for? Who's that question for?
It was for.
Who was that question?
I've seen
no,
Plan.
hold on.
No, I've seen Plan 9 from Outer Space too. So
It doesn't matter who that question was for. Ghostbusters was for you, but Andy came and took it right out of your mouth like a lollipop from a baby.
twice.
Twice. 2 times.
Like downtown all over again.
Look at that space right now.
Neff is thinking bad words, and I feel like I'm being a stumbling block to his salvation. Here we go.
It's comedic.
Invention, my dear friends, is 93% perspiration, 6% electricity, 4% evaporation, and 2% butterscotch ripple.
I got Neff.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
So are you looking for Charlie and the No, it's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
I
Factory.
was like,
You are correct. You
When I was a kid, I loved.
You oompa loompa doobity did it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, here we go.
Have to fly, have to fight, have to crow, have to save Maggie, have to save Jack. Hook is back.
What do we got?
Hook.
It is Hook.
So mad.
Steven.
I rang it way too early.
God, I love that.
And the
movie
thing is,
so
I didn't
much.
ring in. My hand twitched, and I rang the buzzer because I got so excited.
That's what happens when you caress the thing so much because you're willing to lean on it. All right.
It's so pretty.
That was from Hook.
It was from Hook.
All right.
We're not your classic superheroes. We're not the favorites. We're the other guys. The guys nobody bets on. We've got a blind date with Destiny. And it looks like she's ordered the lobster.
Mystery Man.
It is Mystery Man.
Damn it!
I saw
So
you
glad I
looking
didn't
for
buzz
it.
in.
Did you guess it based on my reaction?
No, I knew it.
Oh, okay.
All right, we got a couple more. Couple
I'll
more.
be honest,
Couple more.
I thought it was
Great line
Avengers.
from William H. Macy.
I see you're drinking 1%. Is that cause you think you're fat? Cause you're not. You could be drinking.
I did it!
He did ring it earlier, I think.
I did it. What?
I feel like you're a little bit early.
I had to like unbreak.
Jackie.
Napoleon Dynamite.
That is correct.
That's all for
Gosh. Yours like actually went.
You guys can't be trusted with these buzzers, man. That was Napoleon Dynamite.
Thank you.
I
From-
didn't do
From what
none.
year?
2006.
2005.
2004.
2004 is correct.
Oh.
No point.
I just know it
awarded.
was my senior year.
I
All
saw
right.
the movie in theaters.
Here we go.
Diaries.
I didn't like it.
Me? I'm dishonest. And a dishonest man you can always trust to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you want to watch out for. Because you can never predict when they're going to do something incredibly stupid.
Jackie.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which one?
Oh.
I'll give it to you. It is Pirates
Yeah,
of
I
the
was like,
Caribbean.
please don't make me.
Curse of the
make it
Black
do it.
Pearl.
Okay.
Point
She's got
awarded.
this.
Now, I think anybody that knows you could know that because as soon as that quote started going, you threw your hands up in the air like, ah! And Jessica's feet started kicking like she was like paddling a swan boat at Lake Eola.
And I'm at the end of the table like, you got it.
You got it.
I don't know what it is.
It's all you. All right, we got a couple
I
more.
just didn't know what it was.
Just excited I knew something.
It's going to get serious now. These are going to get hard.
That's it then. Cancel the kitchen scraps for lepers and orphans. No more merciful beheadings. And call off Christmas.
Steven.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from
Nice.
1991.
Wait, the Kevin
Deep cut.
Costner?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are
Wow.
correct.
Also,
Nice.
that's familiar.
Never seen that movie.
Very, very good.
Men in
Was
Tights I
that,
have
was that
seen.
Ryan Adams or Brian Adams? I
It
can
was
never keep
Brian,
it straight.
Brian Adams and Bill Pullman. That's who it was.
Not Bill
that's right.
Paxton.
Yeah, Ryan Adams. Brian Adams. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Wow, that was really scary. And if you don't mind me saying, if that don't work, your breath will certainly get the job done. Cause you definitely need some Tic Tacs or something cause your breath stinks.
What do we got?
Shrek.
Shrek is correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your breast stinks.
But-
What is this?
Whoops,
What
sorry.
is this?
You ready?
Yeah.
What is this?
What is this?
What is this? What's this?
I didn't know if you guys were going to keep talking, so I just.
Go ahead.
Nightmare Before Christmas. You got it.
Yay!
No.
Danny Elfman.
No. All right.
What is this? A center for ants? How can we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?
Andy.
Zoolander.
Zoolander
Nice.
is correct.
I was expecting to keep going. I don't wanna read.
Ants.
It's going to have to be like 3 times bigger.
That's what I thought I was going to say.
All right. Very good. 3 more. Maybe 4.
7.
You always say that.
The number of completion.
All right. I'll throw back some old ones from the first time we did this.
Okay.
This child is about to wipe out every living thing on Earth. Now, what do you suggest we do? Spank it?
I got Steven.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Star Trek The Motion Picture is correct.
Ew. Oh, that's how it always starts, and later there's running and screaming.
I got Steven.
Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Lost World Jurassic Park is correct.
It's a good thing we're doing a round where only Steven
They
and I
say
would know
that the
answers.
best weapon is the one you never have to fire. I respectfully disagree. I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once.
That was early.
Iron Man.
That was early.
I'm going to give it to him. Iron Man is correct.
Yes.
3 more.
Be early every time just to make
Well,
you
you're not
angry.
gonna. You're not gonna.
Just to make you angry, Steven.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
I got Steven.
Unfortunately, X-Men.
X-Men is correct. 2 more.
There it goes.
2 more. 2 more. 2 more.
Unbreak my buzzer.
Break my buzzer.
I'm bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad. There's no one I'd rather be than me.
What do we got?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph is
Yeah.
correct.
Wreck-It
Gotta give that to
Ralph!
Jackie because
I
that's like
gotta
one of
wreck it!
Jackie's favorite movies.
Even if I knew that one, I was gonna let Jackie have it because she gets so excited.
I love
She
that
loves that
movie
movie.
so much.
All
That is a
right.
good one.
That is a good one. And the last one, the ultimate one, and this might be hard for you. I don't know if it is or not. So it's a short one. Here we go.
Baskin Robbins always finds out.
You got Neff.
Ant-Man.
It is Ant-Man.
I love Ant-Man.
So what do we got? What are our scores?
What do you have?
What do you have?
What do you have?
do you have?
First. I asked you first.
10.
We have 15.
15. Andy and Steven are the Series Says
What?
champions.
Steven's a jerk.
Congratulations. All
Steven
right.
cheats.
Well, that was fun. We've had a great night
Steven
tonight. We've had a
doesn't
lot of fun playing some games and having some fun. We are
Andy-
about.
Andy doesn't cheat.
I'm sorry that I messed up your buzzer, man.
No, dude, Andy, you're okay.
Before we started.
Steven cheats though. Andy's okay.
I don't
Andy.
cheat.
Andy is a saboteur. Well, we have almost come to the end of the road. Still, I can't let go. It's a natural. You belong to me. I belong to you. If you say 90s like love songs in the right voice, they come across as really stalkery.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like read the lyrics to any Jewel song from the 90s and it's like you were meant for me and I was meant for you.
If I can't have you,
Creepy.
I don't want nobody, baby.
I don't
not
think that's the 90s.
not
I think
the
that's the
90s,
70s.
but
That's
okay.
disco.
They came to mind. They came
If
to
I
mind.
can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby.
I believe I can fly.
No.
I believe
That's a mental illness.
I could touch the sky. I think about it every night and day.
Yeah, that's a psychosis, I
home.
think.
Spread
Yeah.
my wings and I fly away.
You know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? Oh, I accidentally hit call on my phone. Well, we are calling somebody right now.
Who are we
Alright.
calling?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Let's see how this works out, because I just dialed someone with absolutely no introduction or segue.
You're in the hotline.
That's right.
Better pick up.
We'll see what happens.
You won a lifetime supply of vanilla wafers.
Hello, you've reached the Orange Blossom Trail McDonald's. How can I help you?
How do you know what Orange Blossom Trail is?
I know lots of things.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the phone with us right now, Nerd of Godcast hip-hop champion Ben Knight.
Hello,
Hey.
everyone.
I'm incredibly impressed by the knowledge of an OBT in McDonald's.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was like,
like a-
wait, is he in
I
Florida?
think I used to go to that McDonald's.
I know that McDonald's. That's that of all skeezy McDonald's, that may be the skeeziest.
I avoid
Although
it.
I actually goofed up. I actually wanted to say the 5400 South Kirkman Road one.
Oh,
That's so far
No,
away.
that's actually a decent McDonald's. That one's not too
Oh.
bad. Yeah, I don't know. I
The one on
don't.
Sand Lake.
Who eats that kind of stuff
That's the
anyway?
big one.
Well, Ben Knight, you are here with us right here on the podcast, man. We just want to say thank you and congratulations for winning the hip hop
Yeah.
battle. Great
Yeah.
job, man.
So you're looking for a podcast.
That,
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it. That it's just a testament to your guys' listeners and I mean, like I said, I had some pretty stiff competition and L7. I consider L7 a friend, so I feel blessed and shocked that I won. So that's great.
well, it's been really, really awesome. We've gotten a lot of good reaction from it, and it seems like you have a really great mobilized fan base, people that are getting out there and supporting you. Now, you just dropped a new EP this week, correct?
Yeah.
I will be on.
Oh, will
Friday.
be. It's pre-release. Yeah.
Correct.
So by the time people listen to this, it will be
It
out.
will be out. Tell us a little bit about that, man. Tell us a little bit about the project. What can we look forward to?
Well, this one, it is a little tongue-and-cheekly and aptly named lyrical masterpieces, which for anybody who's heard my old stuff, I don't think I would consider anything I do a masterpiece.
Is the ironic, sardonically named? Did I use sardonically correct?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure.
Exactly. Well, you know what? We'll just say you did and just
Yes.
run with it.
Thank you so much for calling the Orange Blossom Trail McDonald's.
But this is a little different than my other releases. I think this is a lot stronger. I put a lot more thought into these songs, a little bit more production. It's 5 goofy songs. Just for anybody who's listened to my stuff. Oh, excuse me. I guess I just got a text on my phone. A little buzz noise there. No, anybody who's listened to my old stuff, I do tend to sing a lot of goofy songs, and I mean, the whole reason I do what I do is so that I can tell people about Jesus. But it just seems like it's an easy barrier breaker when the songs are just about silly content, and then people are kind of open to wanting to talk about God, and that's awesome.
Well, you're
but these
definitely preaching to the choir there.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, these 5 songs, give you a rough breakdown. The very first song on the album is called Shouty Likes My Seuss Collection, which, I'll be honest with you, I've never used the word shouty before.
My theology is being challenged right now.
But, I mean, it's literally, most of my songs, there is no secret. Every now and again, I'll title something where you got to figure it out a little bit, but it's literally a fictionized story about a guy and a girl who meet each other at a Barnes and Noble, and the girl's reading this Dr. Seuss book, and he's like, "Hey, I like Seuss too." So it's just, that's literally what it's about. And
I think that's how
That's
Andy met his
precious.
wife.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
you know what? I say run with that. That's a fun story.
That's it.
It's precious.
But I mean,
I would not, could
and
not.
I won't go down the whole list. But there's literally songs about there's no hidden meaning behind the song My New DeLorean. It's about me fictionalizing. I found a DeLorean and I said, hey, I've got a DeLorean. Now I think I'm gonna act like Marty McFly. So
Listen, if I had a DeLorean, I would never not drive around without a padded fleece vest. I would always have it.
oh, never. You're absolutely right. And I would always wear those Nike. Like I would never wear those Nikes for any other reason.
That's what I'm saying. You really have to.
They're also very expensive.
So no, I mean, this new EP, like I said, it's just, I think the songs are better. I think they're funner. I don't know if I used that correctly. I probably should have said they're more fun.
They're funly.
They're funly. And then
We're in Florida. Our grammar is not goodly, so you can say what you
That's
want.
grammar.
That's right, y'all.
well, I like to
Grammarly
think I
correct.
talks good.
You use a good communicator.
I like to use that communication or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
No, but I had some friends on this one. probably one of the, if not the biggest, one of the biggest names in the secular nerdcore arena is Mega Ran, and he's kind of, I've read a lot of stuff on him, and I think he does, he actually writes a lot of songs about God and about church and things. So I think he's kind of struggling with that part of his life, but he was really cool about coming on and doing a song with me and my buddy Eric Steven, and I also had another buddy, Quentin Koblenz, come on and do a song, and I think everybody just had a good time. And
now, where do you operate from? Where's your base of operations, man? What part of the country are you from?
For me, I like to tell people that I'm originally from Southern Indiana, but I moved to more or less Fargo, North Dakota. A few years ago. Yeah.
You're in North Dakota?
Fargo, North Dakota.
No, I no longer live there, but I moved there several years ago. Played in a touring band for quite a long time, and then I met my wife, and now we live 6 miles from the border of Canada in middle of nowhere, North Dakota.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. So I didn't realize that actually people lived in North Dakota. I thought that was like a government lie.
No, this is one of those things where, like, when the proverbial poo hits the fan,
yes,
we're all gonna be okay here because nobody knows that we're here.
That's it.
I thought the Coen brothers made it up.
That's right. I just assumed it was a fictional location like Gotham City or California.
Wait, which Dakota has the Mount Rushmore?
That's Dakota Fanning.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or
she personally has it.
It might be Elle Fanning. No, actually South Dakota would be that, but North Dakota is kind of like I wouldn't say Gotham. It's more like Star City.
Star City.
Oh,
very
Star
nice.
City.
So, but no, yeah, kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, and when you have nothing else better to do, that's when you just hunker down in your little studio out back.
Hey, we just went through a hurricane. We're all a little sensitive to the word hunker down.
Yeah, don't use that.
That's a trigger.
Not because we're upset about it, but just because we heard the word hunker down 97,000 times in a course of 3 days.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Actually, you gotta give the reporters on television in the Florida networks for using the word hunker. I mean, that's kind of a, butch word for a newscaster.
They use it all the time.
We use
for
hunker
hurricanes.
Unless you're hungry for something, then you hanker. It's a whole different set of things down here. I mean, our vocabulary is a unique one, to say the least. Yeah, we enjoy when you're going through a hurricane here, and I don't know if that's not something you probably would be likely to encounter in North Dakota or even in South Indiana, but we have a local guy named Tom Terry who
I love Tom Terry.
Kind of our legendary newscaster, and you can gauge how bad the storm is based on what Tom Terry is wearing as he's reporting. So he'll start out
Terry?
Shirt, tie, jacket. Then at one point he'll lose the jacket. When his sleeves are rolled up, that's when it's time to start praying.
That's when you hunker down.
That's when you hunker down.
I will say this. There are two things that I know for sure. And I know one of them is that I am 100% sure that God exists and he sent his son Jesus to die for my sins. And number two, you can never trust anyone with two first names as their first and last.
I guess that's a fair statement. I'm looking around just making sure we don't have Andy Kelly. Sorry, Andy. We got EJ is out tonight, Ben, so we've got a longtime friend of ours, Andy Kelly, sitting in, but he is one of the most trustworthy guys that we've ever met, even though he doesn't watch sci-fi. So maybe you might be onto something.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to say you might want to check his Netflix queue and see if he's watched Sharknado. If he hasn't, you might want to cut him off.
Have you watched Sharknado, Andy?
No, sir.
Oh,
Okay.
I haven't watched Sharknado.
I've watched all
Neither
of them.
have I.
What's on your Netflix queue, Ben? What have you been watching?
Honestly, I'm actually I'm just kind of catching up. Now I've been doing a bunch of features and a bunch of other stuff, so I'm just now getting back to watching TV again. And I'm kind of basing it on a dare. I kind of want to continue watching Gotham. I kind of shut down somewhere in season 2.
Do you know the Mad Hatter's real name?
Oh, you put me on the spot. I do know. Doggone it, I do know his name, but I can't tell you right offhand.
Man, we should have had Ben play some of these games we had
That would've
tonight.
been
All right,
great.
You're going to have to let us know when you actually get to hear this episode. Play along from North Dakota, and then just let us know how you scored on these different trivia things. Because Batman Day is coming up on Saturday, so we did a whole Batman trivia thing. So no, we didn't do any Gotham spoilers, did we?
Yes, we did.
We did one.
Oh, all right. Well, sorry about that. Just
I think you guys said warning Gotham.
I think I did. So yeah, we have a spoiler.
We won't say it again.
We won't say it again.
Or
But,
we'll edit it out.
Bruce Wayne becomes Batman.
apparently, the little kid is going to be Batman.
Batman dies.
Batman.
You know what? I heard you, Neff, and that's okay. They've done a pretty good job of televising that.
Okay. Well, then we're all good. We're all copacetic. We do want to say thank you so much. Now we have a special promotion, and we're going to do something. But we're thankful that Ben Knight is going to be offering listeners in our Nerd God Squad. We're going to be giving away some download codes. We're going to give away some download codes for his new EP. Thank you so much for making that available to us, man.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, as an added bonus, since I am actually not giving away, but since I'm selling physical copies of my last CD plus this CD, I'm also giving away a free download of one of my old singles. So not only will they get the new album free, they will also get one of the 3 singles that I've released, and it's up to them which one they want.
Man,
Nice.
that's very cool.
I saw that on Twitter. That's cool, man.
We love free stuff, and thank you for making that happen. So we need a plan on how we can actually make that work. So we're going to try to do something on social media this week, and we're going to tag back up with Ben and make that work. But we are going to be giving away some stuff, and thank you so much for making that possible. We really, really appreciate that. How can people get a hold of you and follow you, get your music, download, subscribe? What's the best way to find you on the interwebs?
Well, I suppose if you want to find any of my old stuff or to pre-order the new one, you can do so on pretty much any digital music app or site, iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, etc., etc. I'm out there on the good old social web along with all the other NOG people here.
Right on.
So you can find me on Facebook / Ben Knight Hip Hop and at Ben Knight Hip Hop on Twitter, where you can see usually Steven or Neff and I getting in some sort of gift battle.
It's true.
And that's where it's all about. So that's BENKNIGHT, like Knight Rider. Ben, thank you so much for your creativity. Thank you for just having a great testimony and putting all that stuff out there. We'd love to have you on the show again sometime, man. We can have a little more conversation, bring you in on a game, just have some fun with you, man. We just want to say thank you again so much for being part of the Nerd Godcast universe, and thank you for your music. We love it. You've made our lives.
No, I very much appreciate you guys. It makes me sad, that I left EJ out of the rap.
That's why he's not here tonight.
That's why he left the show, because he didn't want to be here while we talk to you.
Well, it's funny because Micah, L7 and I had actually done another song that won't be released just because sometimes you get one of those songs, maybe in the future, maybe we'll release it as just a free download, because it's one of those things where it's just like, it's not a very good song, but but he actually mentioned the Nerd of Godcast in the rap, and I had never heard of the Nerd of Godcast. Me being in the middle of nowhere.
We're not big in North Dakota yet.
No, not yet. But I'll tell you what, though, I've been putting my feelers out, and I'm pretty sure somebody like 300 miles away from here, I'm pretty sure he heard it.
Awesome!
Your feelers are pretty long.
Well, 300 miles north or south, because if we're in Canada, that's a huge thing for me. I feel really good about that.
They're international.
Well, I was gonna say, then exactly. Neff hit the button on the head there. Then you can say, well, we're the internationally known Nerd of God.
That's right, yeah. And we are known to rock a microphone, also.
We'll be A+.
So no, I had never heard of the podcast, unfortunately, and so then when I had heard it, I had gotten through a few episodes, and then I saw the rap battle thing. I thought, that might be fun to do, and Mike has mentioned it, so I thought, let's do it, and then I got done with the song, and I was like, okay, I want to make sure I got everybody. Okay, cool. And then when I messaged Tony, I said, hey, man, I hope you like the song. I said, it's really different. I've never done a song like this. The feel was kind of weird for me, but I think it works. And just want to make sure I got everybody in the song. And you're like, yeah, it was great. Thank you so much. You missed EJ. I was like, oh.
Whoops.
I was like, oh, man.
He's still new. It's good. It's like intentionally getting someone's name wrong so they don't get too chummy.
Well, and I even checked out the website to make sure I hit everybody. I was like, okay, everybody that's on here that's listed.
I
was like,
told
okay,
you, Tony.
Nick, yep, the twins. Yep,
You don't have
Neff,
EJ on the
yep.
Wait,
website.
I told you, Tony.
EJ's not on the website?
No, he's the only one not on the website.
Oh man, I feel like crap now.
And
Don't
our-
tell
our
Ben.
bios
Don't
are
tell
not
anybody, okay?
Our bios are
Okay,
not
nobody
updated
will
either.
know except for the people listening to this.
Okay. Well, besides those 12, Don't tell anybody else.
But no, so I appreciate you guys, and it's one of those things where, I'm happy to do anything I can for the podcast. Happy to always be involved with anything that's out there trying to do their thing for God. And that's what we're called to do. Aside from just, we're all called to do certain things, and we're all called to tithe and just insert things here. But for those of us who have any blessings at all from God, we're supposed to give those right back. And to those much that is given, even much more is required. So it's just awesome to be a blessing and to be out there, spreading the love of Jesus. So thank you guys for that.
Well, we appreciate it, man, and that goes back to you as well. If there's ever anything that we can do to further your ministry or be a blessing to you, we are all about it, man, because, as we sharpen one another, we encourage one another, and we've definitely been encouraged and had a lot of fun with the things that you've created and brought into us. So we're looking forward to that EP. I've already got mine pre-ordered, and we're pretty pumped and excited about it, but we'll put out there how you can get in touch with Ben Knight and how you can also win a copy of his upcoming EP. So Ben, from the Nerd of Godcast, we want to say thank you so much, man, and congratulations on winning our rap battle. Anybody else have a question or a statement for Ben? Anything else?
I have a question.
Steven?
Just because now I'm curious, how did you and L7 get connected?
Honestly, the world of Christian nerdcore is very, very minuscule. And to be honest, and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes because I'm not mentioning any names or anything like that, but and of the community, the percentage of people putting out, real, and I won't even say quality. Let's just say guys that are really out there trying to, really put, you can't say serious, but really trying to put the best foot forward from the Christian nerdcore community is even smaller.
Sure.
So
there's a big gap between good and great.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say that my stuff is great. Like I can very humbly say that my stuff is not great, but it's one of those things.
There's a big gap between good and bless his heart.
Yes, you're exactly right. Where you're just like, oh, that's so pretty. We'll just go ahead and put that right on the refrigerator, hang it up there all nice.
Good for you.
Yeah,
it's so sweet that you tried.
So you are exactly right. There is a difference between participant and hey, you made the cut. So Micah and I just kind of, we kind of found each other, right? If I remember right. We were both just kind of throwing songs out there, and I was like, if I remember right, and again, I'm trying to be very, very nice, but I was so happy when I was like, oh, this doesn't sound like it's hanging on a refrigerator. who is this gentleman? And so so Mike and I just began talking, and I don't know if he's kind of been under the radar lately. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. So if I can just throw this out there, man, I hope you're doing well, and certainly praying for you. And
I think he's pretty sour. I think he's sour that you won the rap battle.
And you know what? I don't. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me very quick add on here. I want to give him. I messaged him and told him mad props for him for the vote. I certainly appreciate that. If I was a better person, I probably would have voted for him. But I will say I didn't vote for anybody, so at least I wasn't that guy who voted for myself. But no, Micah's a good dude, and I hope my hope is that this Nerd of God squad cruise happens.
Oh my goodness,
that would be so great.
I'm all for it, and if it works out, I was gonna tell Mike, I was like, man, we should just do a little mini tour down to Florida and just do,
hop on a boat.
grab another brother or two and just cruise on down there and be like, hey man, let's just make a trip out of it. We'll do a few shows and earn enough money to get gas money down to Florida, and then we'll just have ourselves a good old time, as the Flintstones would say.
Absolutely. A yabba dabba do time.
If you need another person on that tour, I live in Florida.
Neff lives in Florida. He offers himself up to help out on the tour. He's good at carrying boxes and things like that. He's
a good roadie.
He's also a good rapper.
I'm actually working on.
I hang all his stuff on my refrigerator.
Well, I'm working on something for Neff right now. I've been reaching out to a lot of people, and I am trying, Neff. I am trying to find a dairy provider or some sort of dairy company to sponsor Neff.
Hey,
Aw.
I dig that.
He is.
I feel that on a deep spiritual level.
That's one thing he's not lacking is lactose. So
And that's legit. I've been trying to find a Christian milk company. I'll be honest with you. They're either they are the world's best kept secret, or there just isn't one yet. But
never even
Well, all those
occurred to me.
pagan milk people.
You gotta go
Now,
full
now,
Amish.
Andy, you are in the food industry, the food provider industry. Maybe you can help us open some doors to some Christian milk.
Well, I mean, I've heard about like halal and kosher, but I've never heard about blessing milk.
That's right. I'm just thinking that there's got to be something
Promised
out there.
Land milk.
Is that a thing?
Promised Land, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Oh,
there's-
Ben
if
Knight,
it-
we need to get on that Promised Land.
If
All
We
right.
there
gotta
are
figure that
Christian
out.
mints out there, there needs to be Christian milk.
Promised Land makes some good milk too.
Testaments, all right.
We'll figure something out with that. But Ben Knight, we have reached the end of our road. We do want to say thank you again so much for your ministry. Thank you for your friendship, and we look forward to big things. Check him out, Ben Knight, KNIGHT, across all social media platforms. Ben Knight Hip Hop. Download his upcoming EP out at this time. Support great music and the great people that make it. Ben Knight, thanks for being on the Nerdy Godcast tonight.
no, thank you guys. I'm glad you guys made it through the hurricane. God bless you guys.
And if we do start a cruise, man, we'll do whatever we can do to get you out of North Dakota for a couple days.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm a little pale. I could use some sun.
Me too.
Me three.
Bless God. All right, man. Be blessed, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, man.
All right, thanks, guys.
Ben Knight, everybody.
Woo!
We're about at the end of the road tonight, so we do want to say thank you guys so much for everyone listening and the Nerdy God cast crew. Thank you for being with us tonight. Andy, for making the long drive over here from Winter Garden, Florida.
Oh man, it's been awesome.
Our garden.
We definitely appreciate it, and your knowledge of movie quotes and taking Ghostbusters away from Neff was totally worth the price of admission. We'd love to have you back on the show
Space.
anytime. Neff is so mad right now. But thank you guys so much. Any final thoughts for episode 50?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
We'll be back next week with episode 51. We're going to be talking about some good stuff. Hopefully, EJ will be back. Well, hopefully, EJ is back in Orlando
He
now.
should be back right now.
He should be back now. I'm surprised he hasn't walked in.
Knowing EJ, though, he decided to stay like 5 extra days.
He probably did, man. He
No,
is
I need that van back.
He is a hero.
There's no AC in
He
the other one.
stayed. Everyone else came home. He
Okay, as long as the van comes back.
Yep, I
Maybe
guess
I'll be back for episode 100 or episode 2 for me.
episode 2.
There you go.
It's like if you're born on February 29th. That's what it is for you.
My cousin is.
You're the Haley's Comet of the Nerd of Godcast.
So is Jerry Gergich.
Gary Gergich?
Larry.
Jerry?
Terry.
Oh, Terry. I got you.
All right. Well, I guess that's all we have for tonight for the Nerd of Godcast. Jackie and Jess the twins.
Bye.
The big man, Quentin Neff.
Adios.
Steve O Supremo.
Gesundheit.
And Nick the engineer.
Goodbye.
And El Jefe, Andy Kelly.
Bye, buddies.
I forgot about Nick. And then he went bye-bye. I'm like, who said that? Oh, it was Nick.
I've been texting him like,
Nick,
are you okay up
Nick
there?
is still here. You can see us on the screen.
This is the most quiet that he's been, but I've been watching him change the cameras. I
So
forgot that he
what you don't realize that Nick is doing is he's actually he's video directing this episode right now. So everything that you are hearing tonight, with any degree of luck, you will also be able to see on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. That's at Nerd of Godcast. And like, share, subscribe. Help us get the YouTube stuff. We're going to get more videos up and out there. It's been a little bit crazy getting it back into the school swing to get our rotation back up there. But results, not excuses. It's time to trim our turkey. We'll let you know about any Nerd of Godcast cruise news, which is still a weird, strange, abstract thing that's out there for me. But if the people want it,
It's a beautiful thing.
I'm not opposed to getting out. Would you go on a Nerd of Godcast cruise with us, Andy?
Yeah.
All right.
I've been getting messages already about it.
I'd
Like
love
people
to.
are like saying like, I'm kind of down for that.
Yeah, I mean,
Never got Cruise 2019.
listen, I'm always down for a cruise because, like, you could get a steak and cheese sandwich in the middle of the night if you want to. You just call them and be like,
bless.
pork
For
chops and applesauce,
real.
whatever you want, man.
Wait,
What do you
might
want for your
actually-
entree? All 3 things? Okay.
Yes, that's right. What do you want for dinner? Yes, have some.
I went on,
Yes, have some.
I went on a Disney cruise when I was a little kid, and they had unlimited pizza and milk. I just remember walking down.
That's
down.
where life took a
Intestinal
bad turn.
fortitude.
I just remember walking down the hallway with like arms full of cartons of milk and pieces of pizza.
I might actually be able to gain weight.
This little Neff just walking, just waddling his way back to his cabin to watch Iron Man.
Waddle, waddle.
Waddle, waddle. All right, so maybe a little trip to the Caribbean there with your Nerd of Godcast friends, and hey, maybe we can get one of those like rooms open up and have some music from people like L7 and Ben Knight and Blake TCYB Ricard and whoever else. Maybe Andy can bring his guitar out there and serenade us a little bit.
Hey!
Everyone forgets that
Some four-way stop.
Andy can bring out some Four-Way Stop or some Midsummer Drive or what have you. But thank you guys again for listening to the Nerd of Godcast. My name is Tony T. Until next time, we ain't got to go home.
But we
can't stay here.
Bumblebee Tuna.
What?
This is 50.
This is 50.
We are 50.
Here's to the next 50.